What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another live travel vlog. What am I saying? Vlog, video. Just here today, guys. We're going to be talking about travel credit cards all night tonight. So if you guys have anything in mind, just let me know, and we'll kind of we'll look at it in a situation. However brings up some stuff, then we'll talk about it. But we're just coming on a little early today, just to make sure everything is working properly. So this is like the pre-show, okay? Then we'll get started officially at 7 o'clock. So as you come in right now, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. What's going on, David? Always the first, brother. Always the first. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you come in, or when you guys come in, just let me know you're here. Just say hello. And I hope my internet's good today. Right now looks like it's okay, but it's not as good as it normally is. So coming from Seattle, Washington. Cool. So are you on a trip right now, David? All right. Let's make sure all this stuff is good. Image, what's going on? Fairfield, California. I don't even know where Fairfield, California is. I'm taking it central, right? Central California. That would be my guess. Let's see. Home to see my parents for Mother's Day. Oh, yeah, Mother's Day. That's right. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I will be celebrating with my family tomorrow, so that will be nice. Let's drop down here. So as you guys come in, just let me know you're here. Just say hello. Looks like there's a few people in here right now, and then we'll get started in about 10 minutes. But we'll just talk right now. So if you guys have questions or anything, you just want to talk about whatever, just let me know. And if for any reason anything goes down, like my audio, video, all that good stuff, just chime in. I don't know how it works, but usually if my video goes down or my chat or whatever, not my chat, but if something goes down, you guys can still chat. So yeah, if there are any issues or anything, just let me know. Okay, now looks like we have a good internet stream right now, so that's good. Halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento, wine country. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only gone up to wine country once. I don't even know how far. Where was it? Paso Robles. I went up there. I live in California as well, but yeah, I went up there and spent a little time up there. It's pretty good. It was a good experience. But other than that, I haven't been, and that's nowhere near where you were, because I've been to Sacramento, I've been to San Francisco. But, yeah, I've never been out to Fairfield. So maybe I have to take a trip one day. Let's see. Talk about your first credit card you got, age, what was it, and the limit, etc. Okay. I don't remember the limit, but I will tell you the story. So the first credit card that I ever got, I actually got two credit cards at the same time. And I went to college in Las Vegas. So I was in college. I was probably in my early 20s, and we used to get free tickets to go watch the basketball games, and I was living in the dorms at the time, so they would come around and just like hand out tickets. It was, the good old days, right? So now you have to pay for all the tickets, but back then they would give them out, so they'd come out and they just hand out tickets, so we would go to the game for free. And so one day we were going to the game, and actually this was like one of the first games that I had gone to. After being, because let me back up. I went to junior college for a couple of years, played a little football, and then after that, then I went to UNLV. So there was a little bit of, I took like a break in between though. So I went to junior college and I stopped going to college for a couple of years and started working and all that, and then decided to go back to school. So when I decided to go back to school, I went to Las Vegas. So like I said, I was around 22, maybe 23. And I had just gotten on campus, and it was the first couple of weeks, and they had a basketball game. So they came out and gave us tickets. And so I went with some friends, and we went to the game. Well, as soon as you walked in, they had all these little booths set up. Not all. There's probably about five different booths set up. And they were giving away free T-shirts, right? And so I was like, well, I want a free UNLV T-shirt. I want a free UNLV T-shirt. So I walked over, and I got a Discover card, and I got It was a Citi card. I don't have that card anymore. I still have the Discover card though. I still have that account open. That's one thing. Just to know, like, try to keep that card, that first card that you got, try to keep that account open because that establishes your credit history. So you don't want to get rid of that card. You want to keep that card open as long as you can because it will improve your credit over time because they'll see, okay, wow, 24 years this guy's had a credit card. So just something to think about. So anyway, I got the credit card only because I wanted the shirt, the free T-shirt. Now we're doing the travel credit card points and all that, and we're really working on getting $500 worth of points and all that good stuff. But back then, yeah, all I wanted was a T-shirt. So they gave me the T-shirt. I signed up for the card. I got the card and really didn't know what to do with it. So I used it a few times, but that was back then. And then after I got out of college and I started using it a little bit more. But, I mean, they're smart. These credit card companies are smart, right? They hit these college students as soon as they get to campus, give them a free T-shirt. Most kids are going to be like, yeah, I'll take a free T-shirt. And they sign their life away and they get these credit cards. And you're in college, so there are a lot of expenses. Fortunately, my parents were helping me out, so I didn't really have to use my credit card to buy books and stuff like that. But if you guys know, you go to college, books are just ridiculously expensive. You're paying $200 for a book that you're going to keep for a semester, and then you sell it back to the bookstore, and then the bookstore they buy it back for like $50. It's I don't know how it is now. I mean, now you have online school, you got all this different stuff going on, but back then, yeah, it was a racket, man. You go in there and you have to buy the books, and yeah. They were, yeah, whatever. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, that's how I got my first credit card, my first 2 credit cards. And yeah, that was pretty much it. It was as simple as that. I didn't use the card that much because at the time I didn't really know anything about credit cards, and I didn't need the credit card because I had money. I just got it because I wanted a free T-shirt. Yeah, pretty crazy. Okay, so as you guys come in, just let me know you're here by saying hello. If you guys are in here, please hit the like button. Let's see if we can get 30 likes in this video so we can get more people involved, get more people in here, and then we will get started. Now, I did change the time back. You guys saw I went up to 7 o'clock now, Pacific Standard Time. I just think I get a better response from everyone, so I like that. I want to be able to help as many people as possible, and I want more of a community here. So if I don't have the answer to your question, we can find someone else that will. So that's how we're going to work it. Now, every Saturday, the way we're going to do this is we're just going to come up with credit cards. We'll probably do 2, just review 2 credit cards, and then we'll do kind of a Q&A where we'll just talk back and forth. And if you guys have questions, we can answer those. What's going on, Angel? How you doing? And how's your baby? Yeah, definitely. David said that. Yeah, so that's the goal here. So we'll just 2 random cards. Just let us know in the chat what you guys like or what you guys want to hear about, and we'll talk about those cards. I do know that they have this. I don't know if you guys are familiar with B&H Photo, but B&H Photo is a real big camera, video, audio, all that good stuff. It's a real big company that they sell mainly online. They have a store in New York, but they're very popular in the camera industry and people who buy camera equipment, stuff like that. They're very popular, and they just released a credit card. Pretty smart the way they did this. I think it's called, what is it called? Wow, I can't even remember the name now. Some weird name. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let's see, B&H. But the crazy thing about it, and I will do a review on it. So for years, B&H didn't charge taxes, okay, because they were doing most of their business online. So because of that, they weren't charging like taxes for people who were buying outside of New York. So that was a huge draw for a lot of people, me included, because I was able to buy expensive stuff. I mean, you're talking $3,000 for a camera, and you don't have to pay taxes on it. Or I shouldn't say that. the proper way to do it is you purchase it and then you declare with your state, however, the taxes that you owe. So payboo, that's what it's called, payboo. That's their credit card. So that's the way you do it. So you didn't have to pay it up front. You didn't have to pay taxes up front. I have a photography business, so I was able to write off some of this stuff as well. But yeah, it was just it was a good deal. You didn't have to pay taxes. So now what they're doing is they have this credit card, and I might as well show it to you guys right now. I guess officially we can start the show. So let me flip over to our regular full screen. All right, so we got that right. So we're gonna look at payboo first. Okay, I haven't even looked at this yet, so we're gonna look at payboo first. So if you guys do buy audio, video, camera equipment, any stuff like that, what they're doing is they're saying you save the tax, right? So let me pull this up here. So this is the card, and you save the tax. So back in the day, they were able to do this. They weren't even charging people taxes when they purchase things, state tax. And so they were getting away with it for a while, and then new ruling came out, and now they have to charge taxes. Amazon was doing the same thing for a while, but Amazon started charging taxes a little while ago. B&H, they held out until just right now. So they have this credit card, and what you do is you make your purchases just like you would normally make with this credit card. If you make it with this credit card, then they will waive the taxes. Okay, so it's just like using a credit card and get a percentage back. So let's say instead of getting 5 points for every dollar, like 5% back, they just make it whatever the taxes are. So if the tax is 7%, 8%, that's what you're going to get back. So for every dollar spent. So it's pretty neat how they did it. We'll see how it works, and maybe Amazon will come. That's what I would love. I would love if Amazon jumped on board. They have a credit card already. Have them jump on board and do something similar. I think that would be really nice. Okay, so let's look at this card real quick. And now, if you guys have a card in mind, just put it in the chat, and I'll go through. I'll give some shout-outs. If you guys are in here right now, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. That way I can give you a shout-out in a few minutes, and then we will we'll start going into credit cards that you guys want to talk about. But I just want to talk about this one real quick. I will be doing a review on this one. I'll probably do the review tonight and put it up sometime next week. Okay, so the card is called payboo, which is a ridiculous name. I don't know where they got that from. It actually is more confusing than anything. It's B&H, so B&H credit card. I don't why not brand it with your company name? Don't understand that. But anyway, all right. So is there annual fee? And I haven't looked at this yet, so we're just kind of go through. So no annual fee, so that's good. Instant credit decision. Okay, so you can sign up online, and you'll know instantly if you get the card. Use the account number right away. Okay, so it looks like you can get approved and use the card right away. So they're pretty much getting people. So if you have something in your cart right now, you can sign up for the card, get approved, and then use the card right away. That's what it sounds. All right. And let's see, anything else? Now, other than this is not a travel card. This is not going to get you any of those benefits or anything like that. But if you do purchase camera equipment, and you can save money. You could definitely save money. And like I said, I was doing this for a while, where I was saving substantial amount of money. If you're buying a camera that's $2,000 or $3,000. Yeah, you're gonna just think how much taxes you would have to pay on that. So this is a good way. And then this is a situation where you're getting a percentage back for having the credit card. So this is not something you have to declare to your state, because this is just a percentage that you're getting back. So that's good. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's the card. They don't really offer you anything else. I didn't even look. Yeah, it doesn't even. Yeah, it's just strictly a B&H card. Now, they will do a credit pull, I would imagine. And so do you really want to risk your 524, all that good stuff? That's something you might have to think about as well. So, just something to think about. But it's out there, and if you are interested in buying camera equipment, then this might be a good option for you. Or you can use a travel credit card. You can do that. You're going to pay the taxes, and you're not going to get that percentage back. I mean, we're talking 7 or 8%, right? That's what I would think. So, all right, just something I want to share with you guys real quick. Okay, so we officially started the show. Thank you guys all for stopping by. We are talking about travel credit cards today. We're going to pick 2 cards today, so just let me know. Just put it in the chat, cards that you're interested in talking about or interested in knowing about. If you guys are in the chat right now, just let me, or if you guys are here right now, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. I'm going to give shout outs in like 2 minutes. So just get in there, say hi. You don't have to say much. Just let me know you're here. It's good for me when you guys at least say hi, because then I can see who's in the feed, and I'll know, like, because I don't know. Like, I can see how many people are in here, but I can't see exactly who's in here. So it's just, it just works out better. And then if you have a question, obviously that's great. And if you, let's say you come in the chat, but then you have a question later and you want to talk to me offline, at least I remember, oh yeah, I remember you were watching the show. So it just helps out. Okay, so we will do shout outs right now. David, what's going on? Image, what's going on? Angel, what's going on? Just had a little baby. Do you have a girl or a boy? I can't remember. I don't know if you mentioned it there, Angel. Let's see. Lionel, what's going on, buddy? How's the trip, man? Are you still out there, right? In Vietnam, or did you move on to somewhere else? Let's see. Let's move on down. All right. Mr. Alexander, what's going on, buddy? And Ellie, what's going on? How you doing? All right. Let's see what's in the chat here as far as. So if you guys have cards in mind, just put them in here, and then we'll look at them. Okay. I love AirPods. Or I lost my AirPods. I love AirPods. Hold on, I skipped a couple here. Okay. Okay, so David's saying if you ever find yourself in Seattle, you need to go to, is it Ezel's Chicken? All right, we'll have to try that out. Is that like, what kind of chicken is that? Is it like fried, baked, broiled? Okay, let's see. And David's asking, what do I think of store cards? I'm not a fan. I don't really get them. I know like Target will always hit you up every time you go there to get their card. I've never considered getting it. I think Target was like, what, 5% back or something like that. And I just talked about this B&H one. This is one of those deals I probably won't get unless it's, if I'm making a substantial camera purchase. I used to go to B&H all the time and get cameras off their website, but that was before Amazon was as big as it is now. And Amazon, I mean, the fact that I can get it in 2 days or get it in 1 day in some cases, or even get it same day in some cases, I really don't go to B&H that much anymore. B&H they do have nice bundles. Like they'll put bundles together and you can buy them. A lot of bundles are the same price as if you were just buying the camera. So that works out sometimes. But for the most part, I'm just using Amazon now. So I probably wouldn't get this card. And I don't really want that credit pull if it's not. At this point, I only get travel credit cards. That's the only thing that I'm getting. I'm not getting regular credit cards. And I had a discussion. We're having a discussion in the travel group that I belong to, and we're talking about travel credit cards and all that. And yeah, that's all I get. I don't get anything else. So all the other cards that are out there, credit cards, if they're not linked in and they don't have like a good transfer system, travel partners and all that, I don't really get those cards. I'm not interested in them. Just like the Capital One cards, I wasn't interested in the Capital One cards for the longest. Now that they have travel partners, I'll look at them, and if I see something good, I'll probably jump on it. But for the most part, yeah, I don't do anything else. So those store credit cards and stuff like that, I stay away from those. And I don't really shop. I don't shop a lot. The only thing I shop for is camera equipment and, things to make my live stream and videos that I shoot, all that. That's the only thing I really shop for. And then every once in a while, and this is funny, but usually I won't buy like clothes until I'm getting ready to travel somewhere. Then I'll go out and buy some shoes and I'll buy clothes. But other than that, yeah, I don't shop much when it comes. I mean, I'll go to the grocery store, but as far as other stuff, no. You know, people have like the store cards for the clothing store cards, and yeah, I don't get any of that stuff. Okay, let's see. What's up? I lost my AirPods yesterday, somewhere between dropping off my rental car and checking in security. Oh, that's terrible. Those things are expensive, right? They're like $200. Pretty sure it slid out of my pocket in the rental shuttle. Those things are so small too. Yeah, that's bad news. When did you buy them though? Because if you bought them with the credit card, you might have purchase protection if it was less than 4 months ago. And that includes damaged and lost stuff. So, okay. Okay, let's move on here. Review the U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve. Okay, we'll look at that one. And that sucks. I have my AirPods before bad feeling. Or I lost my AirPods before bad feeling. What is this pedal card, Alexander? I don't even know anything about that one. Is that like a travel card or is that something else? Let's see if I can make a copy this and check. So as you guys are saying that, as you guys are putting them out, I'll take a look at some of these. We'll do the altitude one first, and then we'll look at we'll do one more after that, and then we'll do some just Q&A. Some more shout outs to do. Eduardo, what's going on, buddy? Jessica, how you doing? First time here, or at least the first time that you've chimed in. Altered Illusions, what's going on, buddy? All right. Yeah, so let's look at a few of these here. Yeah, I don't know anything about this pedal card. Let's see. And then you said what? The altitude card. Altitude Reserve. That's probably what? Like their highest level card, I would think, since they call it a reserve. All right. All right, just give me a second, guys. I'm just pulling these up real quick, and then we'll pull one up and we'll start talking about it. And also, we're gonna let's see. Oh, just waiting for the internet, of course. Got to take its time. Yeah, it's really going slow. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please put it in the chat, and we'll address those questions. And if you're in here right now, please hit the like button, just so we can get more people in here. And we're trying to hit at least 30 likes. I've been doing pretty good. You know, we've been able to get like 30 likes on each live stream. Live streams are tough, guys. I mean, just so you know, like, it's a lot. You get a lot better. How can I say that? A lot better response as far as views, as far as subscribers and all that good stuff, likes, if you just put out a video in the video. And I totally get it, because when I do live streams, I'm talking for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. So I've done a 3-hour live stream before. So it's not, the reason that I like doing it is because I like talking with you guys. So I like getting on here. I like to see, especially when there's new people in here. That's why I say, if you're new in here, just say hello. Just give me a thumbs up. You don't have to say anything, just so I know, okay, yeah, this person's in here. And the reason, like I said before, I just want to know who's in here so we can chat. You might have a question for me offline. I want to put it out in front of everyone. That's fine. Just, you can hit me up offline. You can hit me up on, I got all my little stuff down here, my Instagram and the Facebook group, if you want to join our Facebook group, which I'll post a link to that as well. And then I have Twitter on here too. So if you guys want to hit me up on another social, on other social media, that's fine. Like if you want to do it in private, I get it. And I'm always here to try to help you guys out when it comes to stuff like that. But I just like to know who's here. Like I like to see who's here. So, all right. But as I was saying, I go off on tangents. As I was saying, it's tough to do live streams because you don't get the same response. It doesn't help with the whole subscriber thing and the likes and all that stuff. The only way that it really helps is if people really participate and they do like the video and all that good stuff. But it's a little harder. It's a lot easier for me just to jump up, do a video and a video for 6, 8, 10 minutes or whatever, put it up because it gets a lot better response. So I'm basically what I'm saying is I do these because I enjoy doing them. So at the very least, just let me know you're here. Just say hello. That's at the very least. And then if you want to like it, then please do. And if you want to subscribe, then please do as well. Okay. Let's pull this up. So I want to talk about travel cards mainly. So I don't see that card as being a travel card, the one that we pulled up, the pedal. So I want to keep it strictly to like travel cards, something that's travel related, something that has foreign transaction fee or no foreign transaction fees, things like that. I don't really want to jump into cards that are just credit cards. So just so you guys know that. So we're going to skip the pedal one, but we will talk about this altitude card. We'll pull this one up right now. And we'll take a look. Now I have no information about this card. I've never used it before. Never even considered getting it. But that's a good thing. These are the kind of cards that you want you want to look at because you might find some things that are interesting to you that make you think, hey, you know what? I want to get this card. Whereas you might not have even thought about it in the past. And when it comes to credit cards, okay, when it comes to these credit cards, travel credit cards, there are a variety of different travel credit cards out there. You're gonna have cards that might be perfect for you, but not be good for someone else. So I know we get into the discussion of what's the best travel credit card out there, what card should you get, all that stuff. Well, you need to get the card that's going to work for you. Not all cards work for everyone. Just merely looking at location. You might live in an area where you live next to a major hub, United's major hub, right? Airline hub. So Chase might make a little more sense because Chase is a travel transfer partner with United, so it makes sense to go with Chase instead of going with American Express. That doesn't mean that that Chase is better than American Express. It just means in your situation, because of where you live, it makes more sense to go with United because there are more flights. If it's a hub, there's more flights going out of that airport, which means there's more available reward space, which means you can use less points. You can travel to direct routes a lot easier because you're coming from one of the major hubs. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But let's go ahead and get started here. So if you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button. Let's get it over. We got about almost 20 people watching right now. Hit the like button. It'll bring more people in. They'll see that we're doing a live stream and we're talking about travel, and hopefully they will join the club. Before I get started, though, there's actually two things that I want to go over. One is our Facebook group. And let's, I thought I had it up here. Okay, just lost it. Okay. Just pull it up. I'm just pulling up the link. So we have a Facebook group. It's a travel group. So we're talking about travel. And one of the great things, and if you don't belong to any travel groups, one of the greatest things about belonging to a travel group, most of us like to travel, right? And we can't always travel. We have other obligations, work, family, all that. And so we might be able to travel once, twice a year. But the great thing about belonging to a travel group is people are traveling all the time. So you're always going to have someone. Like Lionel's out right now traveling. He's showing us pictures and videos of his hotel and just all around the city and all that good stuff. So that's what's nice. You're able to see other people traveling, and it's fun for me to watch other people travel, and then it gives me ideas as well where I'll think, okay, well, you know what, this is a destination I might want to go to because of this, this, and this. And then they're in the group and they're posting pictures, so you can comment on those pictures. Hey, how's it out there? You know, how is this? How is that? How is it cheap to live out or to stay out there? All that good stuff. So that's a great thing about joining a group, a travel group. So I'm going to post a link here to the travel group, and just jump on in there, join the group, and we will accept you. I think this is the link. Why am I don't know. This isn't the direct link, I don't think. Let me see here. Hopefully this works. If you guys click on this link and it takes you to, because I have the page and then I have the actual group. For whatever reason, it doesn't look like it's giving me the right one. Let's put it out there and see. So let me know. Hopefully that one works. All right. And the one other thing I want to talk about too. Okay, I have a buddy who has a channel, and I'm going to pull it up real quick. And yes, I'm doing a plug for him because he's a real nice dude. He's living in Colombia. Okay, so he's living in Colombia with his girlfriend. His girlfriend's Colombian. They moved out there, or he moved out there. Was already living out there in Cali, Colombia. So he moved out there I think it's about 2 months ago, and he started a channel. He started a YouTube channel. And it's a great channel because it gives you kind of the perspective. Like if you've ever thought about moving to Colombia, or if you ever thought about even visiting Colombia, he's giving you the American experience of going to Colombia and actually living there. He's with his girlfriend, and obviously it's an interracial relationship, so they talk a lot about that. And it's not only is it interracial, but it's two different people getting together from different countries, you know, so you have different things going on, right? Different cultures, all that good stuff. And so they're doing a real good job. They're traveling around Colombia. So if you've ever been interested in going to Colombia, this is a perfect channel to watch. If you're also interested in just how Colombian women are, this is great because they talk a lot about that. So great channel. I just wanted to give him a plug. He's doing really well. You see, he has 399 subscribers, or they both have 399 subscribers right now. So at least one person, I have 22 people in the chat right now. One person, just go over there. I'm going to give you the link and just subscribe to his channel. I'd love for it to be more, but I'm going to refresh it at the very end. Hopefully it goes over 400, and then I'll know at least I helped him out. But yeah, it's a great channel. Watch his stuff. It's good. And they just got started. I mean, I think he started maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. So he's doing really well, actually, because usually, I mean, I wasn't serious about it. They're very serious about it. I wasn't serious about it at the time, but it took me a while to get over. It took me a while to get to. I got to 1,000 subscribers last year, January. So, yeah, it can take a while. It can take a while, but once you get it going, then it really starts to increase. So go ahead, please just jump over there and give him subscribe to his channel so he can get over that 400 and just be on his way. So, all right, enough of that. I'm just refreshing it right now to see if it hit 400. Oh, let's see. So if it didn't, that means nobody's listening to me. All right, if you guys are in here right now, if you're new, just let me know you're here. Oh, 401. Yes, we got it. All right, so good for him. Check out his channel. We'll go ahead and get off that now. I just wanted to get him over 400. All right, let's see. Pull it back here. All right, so the card we're looking at today, the Altitude Reserve. It's a Visa Infinity card. Ooh, that's a good card. Okay. Let's pull this back up here. All right, so this is a card we're looking at, U.S. Bank. I don't have anything to do with like U.S. Bank or, I mean, what I'm saying, well, obviously there's no partnership or anything like that, but when I say I don't have anything to do with them, I don't have a U.S. Bank account. So it would help. Like if you do have a bank, like let's say you bank with Chase, I personally think it helps if you bank with Chase and you try to get one of their credit cards. I personally think it helps. Some will say, "Oh, it doesn't matter," but I think it does. If you have a bank account with them, they have more information on you. That's the first thing, so they'll know exactly how much money you make and how much money you have in your account, all that good stuff. So it does help. All right, so let's look at this card. And this is considered a travel card, so that's good. First thing we want to know, though, is the annual fee on this card. So we have a $400 annual fee, okay, and it's not waived the first year, so you do have to pay that. And then if you want to get additional cards, it's going to be $75 for an additional card. No foreign transaction fees. That's excellent. I love when you don't have foreign transaction fees because that means that I'm free to use that card when I travel, so that's good. Okay, now we're going to get 50,000 bonus points. That's after spending... what is it? $4,500 within the first 30 days. Okay, that's a weird number, 4,500. I don't think I've ever seen like 4,500. I've seen 4,000. I've seen 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500, but I've never seen a 4,500. That's interesting. Okay, and then they're saying that value is $750. Okay, so the thing that I look at though, and what's important to me, and I'm just giving you my opinion, okay? What's important to me is the travel partners. That's what's important to me. So when it comes to $750 value, that's great. And I don't even know if they have a travel portal. We'll have to see down below if they say anything about that or if they're just giving it strictly like a kind of like a cashback thing. But the travel partners is what I want. I want to be able to transfer those points to different partners and use them directly, like fly with them directly. Or I say fly. Transfer the points over to airline partner or hotel partner and then just book things on my own as opposed to doing like the portals and stuff. Okay, so here we go. Triple points. So we get 3 times points. 3 points for every dollar on travel purchases and mobile wallet spending. Okay. Everyone's pushing this mobile wallet stuff now. So if you're using this as a mobile wallet, then you get 3 times points. That's actually good. I mean, that's really good. But not all places take the mobile wallets. So you have to take that into consideration. So there might be places where you go and you're not going to be able to use this, but you will be able to use it for travel. So that's good. And let's see, $325 up to $325 annual statement credit. Okay. And all this stuff, we got to read fine print. I really don't want to go through all the fine print. Let me skim through some of this, see what they're talking about here. I don't really just want to bore you with all this like fine print detail, but it looks like, so this is like a travel credit, so it will help you out with hotels, rental car companies, taxis, limousines, passenger trains. Okay. So that's pretty good. Priority Pass, so you get Priority Pass Select membership. So you don't get the top. Select isn't the top, so there's one higher than that. So Select, I think, gives you, what is it? Is it 10? Let's see, worldwide. So they get charged 27. Okay, so you do get the Priority Pass, so that's good. TSA PreCheck, you get that as well. We're just going to stay on the fine print because it looks like they're giving more information there. Ground Link, Black Cars Service. Okay, so you get a discount on that. I would never use that, but it is there. Mobile redemptions. All right, so you do get some stuff with this card. $400 annual fee, the $325 credit. That alone pretty much gets you there, right? And then if you need to get TSA PreCheck, you can use this card to get that. So that's good. And then you get the 50,000 bonus points. So that's good. So you're in a pretty good place. The only downfall, and I don't see anything on here, and if you guys know this card, you have this card and you're using it, please correct me in the chat. But I don't see anything when it comes to travel partnerships with any of the airlines or hotels, and that's what's big for me. That's what would put it over the top for me. But I mean, it looks like a pretty good card, and you get the complimentary Wi-Fi, which is good. Let's see, with 12 complimentary go, so you get 12 of them. I have never, and you guys have to let me know. And this is, uh, I, I've never. The only Wi-Fi that I've ever used is in the lounges. I don't really feel a need to use Wi-Fi when I'm traveling. I just don't. Especially like when they have it in the airplane. I don't really. I've never been in a position where I'm just thinking I have to have my Wi-Fi right now. I've flown on JetBlue before. I've used their Wi-Fi. It's pretty slow, but at least it will let you get on and you can text back and forth and do stuff like that. Use WhatsApp, that kind of stuff. But I've never had a need to use Wi-Fi. I guess it's kind of like back in the day when we didn't have. Well, I'm dating myself, but when we didn't have cell phones, it's like people nowadays. Everyone needs their cell phone with them at all times. But like back in the day, yeah, we didn't have cell phones. I mean, I remember going to college, and I got my first cell phone when I was driving to college, and it usually takes about 4 hours to get to Las Vegas from where I live. And so my parents got me a cell phone for that purpose, just because I was driving that long period. And like if you're driving out to Vegas, there's some spots where it's just there's nothing there. It's deserted. I mean, it's a desert, so there's nothing there. And so sometimes I would drive at night to get home. So I'd stay for the weekend and then drive out Sunday night so I can get back for school on Monday. And so that's why I had a cell phone, but I never. That was back when you didn't even have your cell phone on. Your cell phone, it stayed in my glove compartment. And if I needed it, I'd pull it out and I could use it for emergencies. But other than that, I didn't have it. So, yeah, I don't know. I've never felt the need to get Wi-Fi. Let me know what you guys think. Like, if you ever had to, like, have Wi-Fi in any situation when you're traveling. I will use it. And when I say traveling, the actual traveling part, not once you get to your destination. Because, yes, when I get to wherever I am, wherever I go, wherever I travel to, I need Wi-Fi. Or I feel that I need Wi-Fi. But you use my phone, data, all that. But I'm just talking about that transition. So when you get to the airport, and let's say you're in another country in the airport, do you need Wi-Fi? And usually I don't. Like I'll get it. I'll go to the lounge. I'll use it. Turn it on just to see if I have any messages that I missed. And other than that, I don't really need it. And I've never needed it on a plane. Okay, so let's see. We looked at pretty much all this. Receive chauffeured black car service. Yeah, so you do that for a fee, and you get that. What did they say was 15% back for that silver car drive, often luxurious Audi, special rental privileges. So you get rental privileges with that. So that's good. But a lot of this stuff, they're calling them perks, but you're only really getting like a percentage off. So you do have to pay for it. It's not anything that's free. Just looking to make sure I didn't miss any of this stuff. And this real-time mobile redemption. Use a mobile device and instantly redeem points for almost any purchase. Okay. And they're saying real-time. Yeah, a lot of this stuff to me, it looks like it's just kind of gimmicky stuff. Yeah, but no transfer partners. That's the only thing that I would want. And it's hard, I understand, but I think for any travel credit card, any company that's really trying to be serious about travel credit cards, they're at some point they're going to need to try to get partnerships. I think Capital One for the longest they were able to do it without the travel partners, but I think they finally realized, we can really jump to the next level if we can get some partners. But for the longest they were, and you notice, like I would notice Capital One commercials came on TV all the time. They were promoting it like crazy, and you had, popular actors promoting Capital One. And I think they had to do that because at the time they didn't have these travel partners. But now that they have the travel partners, I think they're really viable, and I think in the future they're going to be a real good. They're going to be good for the travel credit card market because you have what? You have Citi, now you have Capital One, you have Chase, you have American Express. I think those are all of them. I think those are all that have like travel, the transfer partners. All right, So that's that card. Do you guys have any other questions about that one? I will post this link if I can fit it in the chat, and you guys can check out all the fine print. I don't want to go over all that stuff. Me personally, this is that might not go. Yeah, that's too many. Me personally, this is not a card that I would get, and I think I kind of told you the reason why. The partners. I want something that's a little that has partners. This link is too big for me to put in there, so I won't be able to do that. But it's the altitude card, so just do a Google search and you'll be able to find it. Yeah, I can't even. I'm trying to see if they have any smaller links. I don't. Okay, so yeah, check that card out. It looks good, but it's just not for me. It's not a card that I would consider getting. Let me know what you guys think too. If this is something you'd be interested in getting. Okay, let's look at the chat, and we'll kind of go down the list here and see what else is out there. If you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button if you haven't done so already, so we can bring some more people in. And please let me know you're here by saying hello. Give me a thumbs up, something, just so I know that you're around and I can give you a shout out. Okay. And I'm actually going to go down, see if there's anybody new in the chat, and then we'll work our way back up and answer some questions. What's going on, Rolo? How you doing? Anderson, what's going on? And I will get to your questions as well. I'm just kind of giving you guys a shout out. Julio, what's going on? Reckless Rican, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while, man. You made the stream. That's great. Caesar, what's going on? Aaron, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. Let's keep moving up here. Caesar, did I say Caesar already? Yeah, I did say Caesar. What's going on twice? Okay. Bruce, how you doing, buddy? And I think that's it. So if you guys are in here, there's a lot more people in here. So if you guys are in here, let me know just by saying hello. Give me a thumbs up. And let's move back up to the top here and find some of these questions questions that people have been asking. Okay, so I want to rate these cards. Wait. Okay, so I want you to rate these cards. Name the best one. Chase Sapphire Reserve, Preferred, Amex Gold, Capital One Venture. Okay, so Ellie, I'm sure, hopefully you're here when I was talking about you got to find the cards that are best for you. All right, so look at all your whole situation. Now, for me, this is for me, right? For me, if I had to pick the three cards, and if we're not really like looking at the annual fee, the first card, well, it's a little tricky because I do like the gold card, and I would want to have that card definitely for the earn possibility. But for travel, I would need to have another card with that. I can't just have the gold card. So in order, I would say the gold card, yes, it gives me the best when it comes to earn possibility. The second would be preferred, and then venture would be the last. So, and the venture and the preferred are very similar. Like they're almost, especially for like beginners, those are great cards, both of them. The venture now with the transfer partners, they're really strong. The reason that I like that venture so much when it comes to beginners is it's 2 points for every dollar on everything. So you don't have to think about, oh, am I going to get 2 points or every dollar on this card, or am I going or on this purchase, or am I only going to get 1 point for every dollar spent? So that's why I like the venture. The only thing is when it comes to transferring the different transfer partners, you're not transferring for 1-to-1. What is it? 2 to 1.5 or something like that. So you lose a little bit of value there. So that does hurt it. It hurts it just a little bit. But I would definitely get the gold card. I like that card, but you have to have a travel card with that because this is where you are. Like, let's see if you travel outside the country. So I guess I should have said that. Yeah. I would have to have a travel card if I travel outside the country. And I wouldn't just have that gold card because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm out in another country. And for one, Amex isn't, they aren't accepted everywhere. So that's one thing. Two, if I use it at a grocery store, at a restaurant in another country, I'm not going to get that 4 times points. I'm going to get 1 point per dollar, right? So that's why I would need to have another card to complement that. So this is the gold card's a great card to have if you already have a few cards, and then you just want to get that gold. So when you're in the U.S., you can use it and really maximize those points. But maximize earning those points, I should say. But if you're traveling abroad, yeah, it's not a great card for that. All right, Eduardo, hey TC, yep, what's up, buddy? Let's move on down. Hello from Bangkok. Okay, so you're in Bangkok. All right, Thailand. Let's see. Last day headed to the airport this afternoon. Qatar business. Oh, that should be nice. In the case, you got to put that, Lionel. Hopefully you're still in here. You haven't jumped on the plane yet. But give us some video. I'm sure you will. Some video and some photos of that Q suite at the business class seat. I'm always fascinated with that stuff. I like to fly business class whenever I can, especially if I'm in a situation like Lionel where I'm flying overseas. It's going to be a 10-hour, 12-hour flight. It's heaven when you're in business class or first class. So yeah, Lionel, if you're still here and you can hear me, please give us some pictures of that. And he'll put those all in the Facebook group. So if you guys are interested, join our Facebook group. Just jump on in there. You can just type in Facebook. You can just type travel explore click group, and it should come up. If not, I posted a link, and let's see. I'll put another link on here so you guys can check it out. But it's a great place to go just to get some extra information. I'll be traveling. I'll actually be going on a trip in a month. I'll be going to Hawaii, so I'll have a lot of stuff to share with you guys as well. And the beauty of belonging to a group is we're sharing all this information, so you guys. For me, it feels like I'm traveling too because I get to see all the stuff that you guys are posting. So it's great. Okay. Let's move on here. In Bangkok. Now I went to Thailand, but I didn't go to Bangkok. Believe it or not, I stayed in Phuket. So I will go back to Thailand, and when I do want to visit Bangkok just to see how it is. I didn't hear most people say it's good to be there a couple of days just to kind of see it, but it wasn't most people don't like Bangkok for whatever reason. They say it's too big. It's like a kind of New York City kind of feel. Okay, let's move on here. Jessica said, what's up to you? Let's see. Altered Illusions. Sorry, got to run smoking a cigar. Okay, take care, Altered Illusions. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. All right. Okay, I don't know what that means. Good call. Oh, I was like, what are you saying, Ellie? What is a hood call? Okay. So Mr. Alexander saying it's a newer card. So I think you're talking about that pedal card. Yeah, and we want to talk about travel cards. That's the reason why I'm just passing on that card. But yeah, I want to keep our focus on travel. So that's why we're not going to talk about that one today. TC, thank you. I forgot damage prevention. I use Amex Platinum on the new AirPods when they came out like 2 months ago on Max. Okay. Yeah, so you got it 2 months ago, right? Is that what you're saying? They came out like 2 months ago. Yeah, so maybe you're able to at least get some kind of purchase protection on that, hopefully. Okay. Centurion Lounge versus Party Pass. Oh, God. You're not asking that question, right? Let me just put it this way. I've never been in a Centurion Lounge, but I've heard enough good things about Centurion Lounges to say that they're better than Priority Pass lounges. So you have a lot of people that will. I don't think anybody would really argue that. There might be some nice Priority Pass lounges out there. I've been to a few that I thought were 75%. On a grading scale, they were a C+. I've never been to one that I thought was even in the B range. Most of them are just pretty much average, and they give you kind of the basic necessities that you might need. Now, the benefit of Priority Pass at this point, what they're really, really doing well with is the restaurants. So you can go to airports, certain airports, they'll have certain restaurants that will be a partner with Priority Pass, so you can go in there and you can have a meal. That's a real good perk. And honestly, I rate those neck and neck. So I rate being able to go. Hopefully they're gonna roll out more of these, but I rank that as just as good as a Centurion. Being able to get into a Centurion Lounge, because you're getting actual warm, prepared food that are. I didn't say that right. You're getting food that's prepared for you, warm food that's prepared for you, if that makes sense. Now, whereas if you go to a lounge, most lounges, it's going to be a buffet style. I've only gone to one lounge, and it wasn't like a Priority Pass lounge. It was actually a lounge it was a first-class lounge where they had a restaurant inside the lounge where you can just go in there and then order your food that way. But other than that, it's usually kind of the buffet style, so the food is already prepared. But with the Priority Pass, having the restaurant, the $30 credit for the restaurants, you can go in there and you can eat. I mean, that's good. and then not only can you go in there and eat at the restaurant, but then you can go to one of the lounges afterwards, get your Wi-Fi, get your snacks, and all that good stuff. So they did the right thing when it came to offering the restaurants. Okay, but right now, Centurion Lounge, yeah. There are people that get that card, the Amex Platinum, just because they want to have access to that Centurion Lounge. And I will probably be one of them that says, I want to get the points, so I want to get the sign-up bonus, and I'll keep the card. I'll use the perks that I can use on that card, but the main perk that I'm looking at is that Centurion Lounge. Okay. Priority Pass is better overall only because they have 1,000 locations. Okay. And I get, David, that's fair. That's fair to say. And that's something I didn't mention. And I'm just thinking, like, if you're comparing a Centurion Lounge to a Priority Pass lounge overall. But David's right. Centurion lounges aren't everywhere. Priority Pass lounges are everywhere. Not everywhere, but they're in a lot of places. So you have a much better opportunity to stay in a Priority Pass lounge as opposed to staying in a Centurion Lounge or visiting a Centurion Lounge. But the only thing that I would say is, in order to get access to a Centurion Lounge, you need to have the Amex Platinum. And guess what? The Amex Platinum gives you Priority Pass and Centurion Lounge. So you're still going to have access to something, if that makes sense. So it's not like Centurion Lounge is its own thing, and if you can't get into Centurion Lounge, and you're out of luck and you won't be able to get into a lounge, you still have access to Priority Pass if you have the Amex Platinum, and you have access to the Delta Sky Club as well if you're flying on Delta. So, yeah, but David's right. They're not everywhere, so you're not going to be able to just jump into one. They're not in Los Angeles yet, which I'm waiting. When they get in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna get the card. I'm gonna get the Amex Platinum definitely once they get to Los Angeles. Okay, Party Pass is better. Okay, so we went over that. Thanks again for the content. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. If you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button so we can bump it up a little bit. The algorithms, they'll start promoting it right now, and more people will come in. Let's see. When choosing an airline credit card, do you choose convenience, closest airport, or cheaper flights, airport far away? So when choosing when I'm choosing an airline, I'm looking for, well, if there's a large airport nearby, I'm looking for the hubs. So I'm looking for, if there's a hub, if it's a United hub, if it's a Delta hub, that's the main thing that I'm looking for. But and I look at it like this. Well, let me back up. The first thing I want is good customer service. That's the number one thing. But I have to be real. I have to be realistic when it comes to customer service. For the most part, overall, customer service is kind of hit or, like, you're going to get good customer service sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to get good customer service. So you're going to have situations where flights are going to be delayed, flights are going to be canceled, all that good stuff. But how they handle it is really important to me. And I say that because, like, I was American Airlines was like my top. I wanted to go stay with American Airlines, and fly on American Airlines that was like my airline, right? That's the one I made a commitment with, or to, when I first started. However, they didn't do things right with me, like customer service wise. They lost my luggage. Okay, that's fine. I get it. They lose. I mean, airplanes lose luggage. I get that. How you handle it is a whole different situation. And I thought they handled it poorly. They pretty much told me, if you come back around the next day, I happened to be at home, so that was a good thing. So it was my flight home. I was coming from Europe, flew into Las Vegas, and that's where they lost my luggage. So I flew into Las Vegas. I had to, do the connector. So I was flying into the country, so I had to do the declaration, all that stuff, and then I had to go pick up my luggage. Went and picked up my luggage, put it on took it over to American Airlines, had them check it. They didn't put it in the plane, and so it was just there. So got home, didn't have my luggage, went to the counter for the lost luggage and told him my whole situation. He pulls it up, and they know right away because they have all the scanners and all that stuff. Oh, you know what? It's still in Las Vegas. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going home. I need my luggage. So he was telling me to come back to the airport. Now, mind you, the airport's 45 minutes from where I live, and that's never acceptable. Just so you know, if they ever misplace, it's not lost because they still know where it is. If they ever misplace your luggage, it's their job to bring that luggage to you. It's not your job to go back to the airport to try to find your luggage. So he was saying, if you come back around 2:00 in the afternoon, your luggage should be here, because he's looking at the different flights that'll be flying in. And I told him, no, I'm not coming back. You guys misplaced my luggage. You're going to bring my luggage to me. And he knows that, right? He knows that that's the normal procedure, but obviously it helps them out if they if they can get you to come down, then they don't have to pay for this service to bring your luggage. So they did. They brought my luggage, but just stuff like that. You're not, I'm in a situation where it's not my fault that my luggage didn't make it. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I dropped it off with the right person. They just didn't put it on the plane. So they need to accommodate me in that situation. And so that was the final straw. But I've had flights before that they get canceled, delayed, and all that, and I'm not getting the information the way that I think I should. Like, give me a phone call, text me at the very least to let me know that my flight's been canceled. Don't send me an email. That was another thing they did. Send me an email. What I need an email for? Like, I don't check my email all day, every day. I'll check my phone. I'll check my text messages. I'll check a phone call if you call me. But if you send me an email and it's at 11 o'clock at night and my flight's at 6 in the morning, I'm probably not going to look at it. I just happen to look at it in this case, but it's not a normal thing. So, yeah, you guys got me on a tangent. Who was that? Jennifer, Jessica, you got me on a tangent. But yes, when it comes down to it, customer service is number one. And then the second thing I look at is the hubs. And if I can find a hub that's nearby, then I'm looking at that airline and going with them. Okay, ImageWire. Let's see. Maybe we need to review the ISP. Let's see. Review the ISP. Future. Okay, ISP. What are we talking about? Oh, the internet service providers. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could do like a review of that. Carrier went out of the country. Yeah, I would have to figure out how we can do that. And if that image, that's good that you brought that up, because I want to put this out to everyone. Let me know stuff that you're interested in. The best place to do it's in the Facebook group, because you can direct message me there. And I'll answer, I'll get back to you and all that good stuff. But let me know, like, show ideas, videos that you want to see, that kind of stuff. Because one of the hardest things about having a YouTube channel and all that is like what to present to people. Like, what do they want? What do they want to see? What do they want? Like, what are they interested in? Because I don't know. Like I know what sounds cool to me, and then I put it out, and like people are like, "What is this?" And they're not responsive to it. So if you do have ideas and things like that, please put it out there, and I'll try to figure out how I can make it work. Like the internet service providers, figure out how to make that work. I know one thing that I do, and like with Airbnbs, because you don't really know what you're getting when you're staying at Airbnb. So I'm always looking at those reviews, and that's one of the main things. And usually in the reviews they talk about the internet, but I want to know how strong is your internet, because if I'm staying there, I need to be able to upload videos and things like that. So that's something I look at. David's saying to Jessica, cheaper flights. Yeah, and cheaper flights, just so you know, Jessica, cheaper flights are probably going to happen when you have a hub. Okay, so if United has a hub there, you're probably going to get cheaper flights out, because United does have a hub there, and they have a lot of different flights that are coming in and out. So because of that, you have more of a selection, and because of that, the prices will generally be a little lower. Let's move on. Okay, let's see here. Caesar saying, any decent Visa or MasterCards with no foreign fees, no annual fee. You got in mind. I already have the Amex Gold and the Amex BBP as a workhorse for MR. So, okay, but you're talking about Visa or MasterCard, right? See the problem with that, like you'll have a lot of no annual fee cashback cards, but they're not really travel cards. So that's a hard one. Let me know if you guys can think. I can't think of anything offhand right now. I can think of cashback cards, but if you need to use like just a strict travel credit card that has like transfer partners, I can't think of one. Let's see. Keep the good videos coming. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Just subscribe. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. And let's see. Oop. And Chris Lazo, you just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. I appreciate it. I just realized that I can see who subscribed and all that. So I'm going to start giving people shout outs when they subscribe. I didn't know that I could see that before. So that's a cool feature. All right. And that was 8 minutes ago. So they tell you up to the minute who subscribed. Okay. Let's move forward here. So if you do subscribe, I will check. Hopefully I'll see it, and I'll be able to give you a shout out for subscribing. And trying to get to 5,000. Hopefully by next week, I can get to 5,000. That'll be nice. Okay. ImageWire. Yeah, link works. Okay, cool. I've been in Bogota, Colombia. I love it. I'm from Panama. Cool, Caesar. So do you live in Panama right now, or do you live in the U.S. now? I've been to Panama, but only to the airport. I haven't been in Panama yet. I actually want to go there. Bogota is nice. It's just a little cold for me, and the elevation's just too high. It's like you get shortness of breath just walking up a flight of stairs when you're in Bogota. But it's a nice place, very busy place. But I'm more of a Medellin, Cartagena. I like those places better. Reckless, what's up, buddy? Let's move on down here. Oh, I lost my place, of course. Okay. Okay, Anderson, what's going on? I have a checking, saw the U.S. Bank, and a Platinum Visa in the U.S. Bank. Let's see, Cash Plus Visa Signature, 5%. I have no complaints. Okay. So I think you said 3 cards. I think I meant, so you have a checking and savings with U.S. Bank. You have the Platinum Visa and U.S. Cash Plus Visa Signature. So you have 2 cards. 5%, 2%, no complaints. Cool. That's cool. That's They are a relationship-driven bank. So that's what Anderson's saying. Okay. So that's good to know. Like, so if you do have U.S. Bank, maybe you could look into getting one of those cards or both those cards or all the cards that Anderson was mentioning. And it does matter. If you bank with them, then you probably have a better opportunity to get those cards. But I would just be careful because, well, I shouldn't say be careful. Just know what you're getting. Like if you want to get a card and you get that $750 value, that's great. You get the TSA pre-check with that card as well. You get the priority pass with that card. So you get some of those perks, but you're not going to be able to maximize your points in the sense that you can't transfer them to transfer partners, that's how I fly. Personally, that's how I fly business class and first class. I'm not coming out of the pocket thousands of dollars to fly business class or first class, but I will take my points, 70,000 points, and transfer them to an airline and book it that way. Oh, right. Let's move forward. I got a Nintendo Switch for a long flight. If I don't want to stay awake, pop a sleepy pill. All right, Rolo. I don't recommend the sleeping pill, but yeah, I guess the Nintendo Switch would be good. And usually what I do on long flights, I edit video, I watch video, I'll do Netflix. You can download you can download different videos and have them on your phone. So I'll do that. That works. And I kind of break things up. And I did a video on like long haul flights, like how I manage like a 10-hour flight. But I break things up. So I'll have like the first 3 hours I'm going to do this, and then the next 3 hours I'm going to do this, and then the last 3 hours. It sounds like why are you planning all this stuff out? Well, it just helps me kind of get through everything because I'll say, okay, yeah, I'm going to edit these 3 hours, and then I'm going to watch movies these 3 hours, and then we're going to have a meal. So I'll eat the meal. That'll be not an hour, but I'll take some time to do that. And then the last couple of hours I'll do this. So it helps me break my time up and just get through the flight. Okay. TSA question mark. What did I miss here? Okay, Jessica says, thank you. You're welcome, Jessica. Thanks for stopping by, or thanks for being here. Hopefully you're just not going to leave, but okay, here we go. ImageWire TSA pre-check is okay for domestic travelers, but look for credit cards that offer global entry instead. Did that one just offer TSA? I don't remember. I thought it was both. Let me look at that real quick because if I didn't see that, then that's a big deal. Let's see. Just let me look real quick. Yeah, it's or global. So you get both, or you get one or the other. Or, God, I'm saying it wrong. You can use it there's a credit. So that USA card, and what she was asking, or what D Sellers was asking, is there's a TSA pre-check or global entry. So you get a credit for that. It's up to $100. And the reason they say that is because global entry is $100. TSA pre-check is $85. But you should always go with you should always go with global entry. You should never just get TSA pre-check, because if you get global entry, you're going to get TSA pre-check with that. So you're paying $100. You pay $15 extra, and you're going to get both of them, as opposed to just getting TSA pre-check, and you're only going to get TSA pre-check. And that TSA pre-check, like ImageWire was saying, TSA pre-check only applies to you when you're in the U.S. So you have a separate line that you go through in the U.S., but when you leave the country and then you re-enter the country, global entry applies, because you re-enter into the country with global entry. Global entry you'll go through a separate line or separate customs line. So you'll go through customs in a different line. You go through a kiosk. I don't know why it's hard for me. I say this stuff all the time. I don't know why I'm stumbling with this. So you go through the customs, a different line, and you go through to a kiosk, and you just put your information in the kiosk. You put your passport on there. You answer 5 questions. It spits out a ticket. You take that over to the customs agent, and then he'll just wave you on through. So it's a lot faster. That process will save you so much time, a lot more time than it would even at TSA pre-checks if you're in the U.S. because you still have to wait in a line. There's no kiosk or anything like that. You wait in the line, you go through. You just don't have to take your shoes off and your computer out of the bag and all that stuff. Okay, Julio. Hello from Houston. What's going on in Houston? Okay, let's move forward. Thumbs up. I appreciate it, Anderson. Virginia Beach. Wow, okay. And hello. So sellers is coming from San Diego. So you're close by. I'm in Orange County. It's 524. Is Hyatt under it? Yes, it is. I have Ford Chase. Should I get Inc. first? Yes, you should get the Inc. first. If you have a business and you're able to qualify for that Inc. card, get the Inc. card. If you have 4 already, so if you're at 424 and you get the Inc. card, it doesn't count as 1. So you're not going to move up to 524. You'll stay at 424. But just make sure you don't, whatever card you get to hit that 5th, to hit the 524, once you get to 524, then it's going to be hard for you to get that business card, because the business card won't, Chase won't give you another card if you're at 524. Rather, if it's a business card, I would say this. If you're at 524 already, Chase is not going to issue another card. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a business card or a personal card. But if you have 424 and you get a business card, it's not going to count against you. So it's almost like a free slot. So go ahead and get that Inc. card first. And then, and I would, if you do have a business, get the Inc. The Chase Inc. Business Unlimited, and then get the Chase Inc. Business Preferred if you want to do that. I think they're both 50,000. I know because I just got the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited, and it was a 50,000 sign-up bonus. So that's another huge thing, like if you have a business, because that card is comparable to the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. So you get 1.5% across the board, right? So they're very similar cards, but the only thing is that Chase Inc. Business, or the Chase Freedom Unlimited, doesn't give you that sign-up, but that 50,000 sign-up bonus. So that's a real good card to get. And then if you want, I would get the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, get another 50,000 points with that one. So I think it's 50,000. It might be more. I'm pretty sure it's 50,000. If it's not 50,000, it might even be more. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. And then wait, that Hyatt card, it's a good card, but you need to be committed to Hyatt, okay, in order to really want to go that route. Because you already have points right now. I don't know what they're offering. I think it's 60,000 points, and they tier it off, so you 40,000 and then 20,000 or something like that. But you need to make that commitment with Hyatt, and because you can always transfer points to Hyatt. You can always transfer Ultimate Reward points over to Hyatt and stay. And you're pretty much going to, I mean, with the Hyatt card, you'll get the Discover status. You don't really get much with that. You don't get much with the Explorer status either. So unless you're top tier globalist, you're probably not, and we're talking about the elite status with the hotel, you're really not going to get much. And even at globalist, I was globalist for 1 year, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not getting anything. Like, I would call because you can call in to get suite upgrades. And so I'd book my hotel stay, I'd call, and they still wouldn't be able to accommodate me. So they would give me like upgraded views, upgraded room in the sense that it's a corner room as opposed to a room that's in the middle there. So you have just a little bit more room. But as far as upgrading you to a suite, I got it once out of the whole year and I stayed well over 30 times, and I got it once, 30 stays. So, it was 30 stays? No, 30 nights. They switched it up. So 30 nights. I stayed over 30 nights, and I only got upgraded once to a suite is what I'm saying. Okay. Move on. San Diego Hyatt in La Jolla is spectacular. Okay, I haven't stayed in that one in La Jolla. Is that just a straight Hyatt, or is that a Hyatt Regency or a Park Hyatt? What is that? Okay, so Lionel said he'll do that, so he'll take some pictures for us so we can see what this what the suite or the business class looks like on that airline. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, brah. Marshawn, what's going on, buddy? Travel group. What's up, buddy? Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. New York City is the best place on earth. All right. Hyatt or Hilton? Top Hilton card for Amex does look nice. That's Rolo asking that. Hyatt or Hilton? I'm going to be honest with you. And this, me personally, I like Hyatt, okay? But I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to get a card, I would get, I would make a commitment with Hilton. Even though I've had some bad experience, like some of the Hilton hotels that I've stayed in, I was just like, this is really not very nice. Getting that Aspire card, I think that's what you're talking about. Getting that card, getting diamond status, get the free breakfast, you get the upgrades, you get all that stuff. It makes sense. Hyatt doesn't have anything at that level. So the only card you're going to get is a World of Hyatt card, $95 annual fee. The Hilton card is a $450 annual fee, but you can get some real good perks out of that. I think it was like $250 credit for airline travel, $250 credit for Hilton stays. So that right there is $500 in credit. If you travel at all, you're going to use that. So yeah, I would do the Hilton. Even though Hilton's not like my favorite property to stay, like Hyatt is, but I think Hilton has a better thing going. I would hope, and plus Hilton has a lot more properties than Hyatt, and that is frustrating with Hyatt. If you're traveling outside of the country, there's a lot of major cities that don't have, out of the country, that don't have Hyatt properties. And that does become frustrating because if I do really want to stay at a hotel and I have a lot of my points and everything invested in, because I have the Hyatt card right now. I have my points and everything invested in Hyatt. I'm kind of out of luck. So that's not a good thing. All right, let's move on down. Let's see. I love Bangkok. 6th time here. People either love it or not. Yeah, I want to go there just to see how it is. That's Lionel saying that. Rolo, you'd be foolish to get the Hyatt card over the Hilton Aspire. Okay, so that's David saying that. I agree with you when it comes to that. Let's see. 524, does department store cards count? So they're looking at pools. They're looking at credit pools. So if they do a credit pool, and this is the sellers asking this question, all they do is look at how many times you opened a new account within the last 24 months. So if they do a credit pool with these store cards, then it's going to count. So basically if you see it on your credit card or your credit, then most likely it's going to count. So I mean, I don't get. Let me just back up first. I don't get the store cards. So when I say I don't get them, I personally don't sign up for the store cards. So I'm probably not the person to ask for that. But what I do know is they do look at your credit history and they'll see, okay, they open a new account here, a new account here, a new account there. So you might run into some problems there. If you can avoid getting those store cards, though, just avoid getting them. I don't really know what they offer, but yeah, I would avoid it if I could. Just get the credit cards. Get the travel credit cards. Let's see. Darn wife did did a Nordy card. Okay. But you can always check. And then your other option, and the 524, this is only applying toward Chase, right? So you can go in branch and try to see if you can get a card that way. Just walk in, try to sign up for a card. You might be able to get one that way, or just look and see if they're giving you any flyers in the mail, that kind of stuff. That might help you too. Like if you have a flyer that says there's a promotion, they're going to give you Chase Sapphire preferred card. So if you see stuff like that, you might be able to jump on one of those. Okay, Rolo. Delta left my luggage in Atlanta. When connecting, going to Tampa. Next day, Delta delivered it to my home. That's Rolo saying that, yeah. And they should be doing that. They should deliver. Just so you know, make sure. And I want that. I'm not going to get my luggage. If you don't have my luggage at the airport when I get there to leave to wherever I'm going, then it's your responsibility to bring that to me. Don't let them try to do that to you, because they need to feel some of the pain. And when I say that, I mean, in order for them to be more efficient in certain situations, they're going to need to pay some money. So they have to pay for this delivery service to bring your luggage to you. And they should have to, because look at it this way. If everyone just said, oh, you lost my luggage, okay, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll come pick it up. If everybody did that, all they need to do, the flights are going on anyway. The flights are paid for by all the passengers, right? So all they need to do is take that luggage off the carrier or off the carousel, and then put it in a little pile and wait for you to come pick it up. No, it shouldn't be that way. They should have to pay extra, and meaning they should have to take that luggage, bring that luggage to you. And then if you also have credit cards and you purchase, I always advise people to purchase your airline tickets with a travel credit card. The reason why you do that is you have those extra little added perks, and it just depends. You have to read your fine print, but some cards will give you some really good perks when it comes to them losing your luggage if you're outside of the country, or not outside the country, if you are away from home. If you're at home, this usually doesn't apply, but if you're away from home, you're traveling wherever it is, they lose your luggage after 6 hours. In most cases, after 6 hours, they will give you $100 credit. So you can go to the store, buy toiletries, buy clothes, whatever you need to buy. You get $100 a day, and I think they'll give it to you for like 5 days. Usually, you'll get your luggage back within maybe the next day, depending. Like if you're on an island and they only fly out there once a day, then you'll probably get it the next day. But yeah, make them pay to bring that stuff out to you. And then if it is that situation after that 6 hours, call your credit card company and just let them know, hey, I made a purchase or I booked my flight with the credit card. I'm trying to see what I can do. I don't have any of my clothes and all that. And you should, best case practice, you should always have an extra set of clothes in your carry-on, just so that won't happen, or just so you'll have something else to wear. And I did it once. I was in Vegas, and yeah, I didn't have anything to wear. This is before I knew about travel credit cards or anything like that. They lost my luggage. It wasn't 6 hours, so I wouldn't have qualified anyway, because I was coming from Los Angeles going to Las Vegas. I'm guessing there's at least 40 flights going to Vegas every day. It's just constant. And then they can also use the partners too, right? So it's not just, let's say I flew on United. Well, it's not just United, but it's their partners too. So if they have partners that are flying out there, they can put my luggage on that plane as well. So I only had to wait a couple of hours, but I didn't have anything like other clothes. All I had was the clothes that I wore. So I couldn't do anything for that. Well, it was probably good, but I couldn't do anything for that couple of hours. Probably saved money anyway. Okay. All right. If you guys are in here right now, please let me know you're here just by saying hello. And also, please like the video so we can get more people in here. And if you're new here, please subscribe, and I will give you a shout out because I can see it now, which for whatever reason I didn't know. I didn't know where to look to see if anyone subscribed. So if you do subscribe, I'll give you a good shout out there, and I appreciate you guys joining the party we're having here. Let's see. Okay, anything else? Let's move through. TC Centurion Lounge is at LAX. Is that a question? No, it's not a question. It's a statement. So I was told that they're opening next year. I haven't been back to LAX since, when was I there last? It was in March. I think it was March. Yeah, March I flew out to Colombia. No, was it March? Yeah, March I flew out to Colombia. My mind is going crazy. Yeah, March I flew out to Colombia, and I was told that they were going to have that Centurion Lounge ready by next year. So I don't know if it's ready already. I know when I went to in the Bradley terminal, I don't know where it's going to be, but in that Bradley terminal, so the international terminal, it's nice in there. It's really nice. Nice new, like it's kind of like the mall. It's like a mall you're walking through, and they have all the stores and everything, and they have like 6 or 7 stories up that you can go. Like they have different lounges and stuff all set up. It's a really nice place. They did a really good job on that. Let's see, Chris, Citi AAdvantage Premium Select versus Venture. Um, the well, I personally, I don't like the. I know I'm just like moaning and groaning. I kind of told you how I feel about American Airlines, right? So I have that card right now, and it doesn't really give you much. I think what does it give you? Gas? I think it gives you something that's a little, I think it's gas, 2% back on gas. But the Venture Card's going to give you 2% back on everything, right? Obviously, if you made that commitment with American Airlines, then the AAdvantage Card makes more sense. But if you haven't made a commitment with an airline, Venture Card is a really strong card because you're getting 2 points for every dollar spent across the board. When you do transfer, though, use the transfer partners, you are going to run into the 2 for 1.5 deal. But that kind of it kind of offsets itself because if you look at the AAdvantage Card, you're not going to get 2 points for every dollar spent on everything. So you're going to have somewhere you're going to get 2 points, somewhere you're going to get 1 point. So if you kind of think of it along those lines, those points do kind of even out, I guess you could say. But for beginners, I definitely think that Venture Card is an excellent card because there's no thought process when it comes to spending. You can pretty much use it for any spend, and you're going to get the same points back. And then you also have, like with the Venture Card, you also have that option. Let's say I'm trying to book something, and it's not available with the American Airlines. And American Airlines, they have blackout dates. So when you're booking and you're trying to book a flight, you might put the information in. I've done this before several times actually. You get in there, you put all your information in, you want to use points, you go to the date and there's nothing available. And so you have no option, right? I mean, really, because you can pay cash, that's your option, but you're not going to be able to use it you're not going to be able to use your points. You're going to have to change the date. Whereas the Venture Card, you have an option, the eraser option, where you can use that and just book it like you would normally book it and use your points that way. So you have a little more flexibility with the Venture Card, as well as the Venture Card is by far easier to use when it comes to earn, because you know exactly where your points are going, or you know exactly how many points you're going to get. Downgrade and Citi AAdvantage after first year, thoughts? Yeah, that's a good thing to do, and that's something that I need to do. And I someone hit me. I think it was Maine that told me, because I was just thinking, I'm just going to cancel the card. But it makes more sense to downgrade it to a 0 annual fee card, and then just have that card. And that way, I still have that, the credit limit there, and so my debt to credit ratio is still the same. So I'm not canceling a card and losing that credit. So even if I'm at a point where I know I'm not going to use the card anymore, downgrade it down to something that's 0 annual fee, and then you don't have to worry about paying it or anything like that. Okay. Okay, so Chris is saying that I've seen that Capital One limits customers to 2 personal credit cards. Is that true? I don't have any Capital One credit cards, so I couldn't answer that for you. Someone that's in here that does have it, hopefully they can get that answer to you. But that's very possible that they could do something like that. And they don't have that many. I mean, you get the Venture Card, that's good. I can't think of, you guys will have to let me know, but I don't know if they really have like a good tandem or a trifecta card set up. And I think they're only offering it, the Venture Card, the Venture One, or the venture. I don't know. I don't know exactly what cards their transfer partners are with. I know it's a Spark card. I think the business cards, they have them for the business card and then for the venture card. They might have the venture one as well. I'm not for sure though. Let's move on down here. Okay, let's move on, Julio. Okay, so Casey, what's going on, Casey? I feel like the Hilton credits on the Aspire card, you would need to go out of your way to do it. To do what? What did I miss here? Amex's have the Hilton Honors Aspire card. Oh, so Julio saying that they're paying you to have that Hilton Aspire card. It makes a lot of sense, Julio, because like I said, that 250 credit for Hilton and then the 250 credit for the airline. That's $500 right there, and then you have some of the other little credits that they throw in there as well. You have the diamond status, so you're going to get free breakfast. That's another, for me, that's a big thing. I like to be able to have free breakfast at the hotels that when I stay. So yeah, I mean, I think they're paying you. I would agree with that. Let's see. Mark, I missed this question here. Let's see. Mark saying, hey, Chris, I would go with Adventure. The American Airlines is only good for check bags and priority boarding. Okay. Yeah, and Adventure card's easy to use. That's one thing I think about. Bags are good, though, and that's why if you do make a commitment with an airline, it is good to have like that branded card because you get the bags, and that can help you out of a bind every once in a while. And then the priority boarding is also good. So if you've made a commitment with American Airlines, and it does make sense, but if you haven't and you fly on different airlines, then the Venture card is a better card. Okay, let's move on down. The resort credits and the Conrad Waldorf credits would make you spend more than the credit if you're trying to just use up the credit. Okay, so that's what Casey's saying. Yeah, and that's how it's designed that way, right? They're going to give you a credit. I think was it $100, whatever that credit is, and then they're banking on that you're going to spend more than that. It's just like the some of the other credits they get. They just want you to. They're enticing you to spend, basically. So not all credits are great, but when they do throw in those travel credits and airline credits, those are good. Those are good to do because you can. That helps. Let's see. Some of those rewards aren't cheap to book via the cash price. Okay, so that's Casey saying that. Jessica R., what's going on? What card is a good deal for startup traveling? First airline reward card. Let's see. We want to fly twice this year at least, such as Capital One Venture or Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. So where do you want to fly? That would be my first question. Is it out of the country? And if you are looking, I think you're saying first airline reward card. So if you want like an airline reward card, this is what I would do, and this is kind of how I started out. So I get cards that work with each other, and you're going to need to find this out. So Chase Sapphire Preferred, yes, I can get Chase Sapphire Preferred. I can get the United Explorer card. So I have an airline branded card, and I have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. They're partners, so I can transfer my points directly over to that United card or the United account. And then fly wherever I want to go with United or their partners. So that's one angle. Now, the Venture card is a little trickier because you have to look at their transfer partners. Okay, so you can look at their transfer partners. I believe JetBlue is one of their transfer partners. So if you're flying within the U.S., JetBlue is a really good option. Although you're not going to get one-to-one, which is ridiculous, but you're not going to get one-to-one. So yeah, it's tough. You have to look with the Venture card. You're going to need to look into their transfer partners. I would personally, if it were me, I would do the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. I would, if you if you have the stomach to pay that $450 annual fee and you're fine with it, and you use the credits, a $300 travel credit and all that good stuff, then go with the reserve over the preferred. But if you did say you're just starting out, so it's up to you. If you want to jump in on that reserve. But if you're a little like, I don't know about getting travel credit cards, then go with the preferred. But definitely, you want to get that and get the tandem to get the United card. What you don't want to do is get a Chase Sapphire Preferred or Chase Sapphire Reserve and then get an American Airlines AAdvantage card, because now you have two different systems working, okay? And what you'll have to probably do if you did do that is you'd have to fly one-way tickets. So you fly one way using United and then fly back using American Airlines. You can do that too, but it's just a lot easier if you have everything together, and then you top off your points. So what I mean is, let's say you have a United Explorer card and you get, I think there's 40,000 points right now. You get 40,000 points with that United Explorer card, and let's say you need 60,000 points for you and your family to travel. Well, you're going to need more than that, but let's say it's two people. You need 60,000 points for you guys to travel somewhere, right, within the U.S. Now, let's say you needed 70,000 points, and right now you have 65,000 points in your United account. Well, you can top it off with the ultimate reward. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, just throw 5,000 points over into your United account, and then now you can book your flight. Whereas if you had the American Airlines account, you can't do any of that transferring. You'd have to go through British Airways, because British Airways is a partner of Chase. It just gets a little more convoluted, a little more confusing. So it's a lot easier if you can get cards that work together. So my advice to you, first, look at the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred, and United Explorer. If you like those two cards, then get those. If not, then go with the Venture, but then look to see what their transfer partners are, because you're probably going to want to get one of those cards. And I think I don't even know, like I said, I don't even know exactly which ones that they rolled out. I know a lot of them are like foreign air carriers, which can still work as long as they have alliances with some of the legacy carriers, which most of them probably do. Then you can still book through that carrier. Let's say it's Avianca. You can still book through Avianca and fly in United, stuff like that. I'm just giving you an example, but you can still do that. Okay, I'm over 524, but doctor I work with said to work around 524, go directly to the branch, and open an account. Ask for what offers they have. Is that true? Yes, you can try to do that. If you're giving them business, outside business, like a bank account and stuff like that, they're more willing to work with you. And yeah, you can try that. And like, just like you said, ask them what offers they have as far as credit cards, and they might roll out and say, oh, we have this, and this. Oh, great, I'll take it. And then you'll be on your way. So yeah, something to consider. If you have no other options, what you don't want to do is just start trying to get cards online, and then you're already over 524 and you're trying to get cards and you're just getting rejected. You don't want to do that. So it's probably better to kind of get in there and just say, yeah, I want to open up a bank account, a savings account, or what have you, and put a couple $100 in there, and then ask them what they have to offer. Okay, ImageWire, what is this here? Upgrade. All right, I'm going to post it so people could see it. Okay. Oh, Centurion Lounges. Okay. I can't open that up on here. So every time I do that, for whatever reason, it messes up my stream here. So I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, I can't open it up. So Jessica, she just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jessica. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, so Capital One cards. Good. Yes, I have two Quicksilvers, World Mastercard, Visa. Yes, I have two. And two business. So, and I don't know, Anderson, if they're counting business as like they're not going to count it as a personal card. So maybe you can get two and then two. So two personal and then two business. So that might work out for you when it comes to like the the Capital One cards. I still haven't jumped into the Capital One game yet, and I'll probably wait a little bit. Yeah, at this point I'll wait. But I mean, it's for beginners. I think they're great cards, but they're just not on the top of my list as far as what you can get with them. Mark, let's see, travel cards or venture card or venture one. Yeah, okay. Thank you there, Mark. I appreciate that. Domestic flying. Okay, so Jessica saying it's domestic. Yeah, so if it's domestic, I personally would still stick with Chase. I would go with Chase, get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the United Explorer card, and get the plus, the one that gives you the 40,000 points, and you get the priority boarding, you get the check bags. I think it's up to five passengers. You'll also get 2 club passes, 2 United Club lounge access passes, which is good. If you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're going to get the priority pass lounge, so that's nice. And then you can work those points together. It'll cost you, if you're flying domestic, it's going to cost you probably about 25,000 points to fly anywhere in the U.S. with the exception of Hawaii and I think Alaska. So that can kind of set you up there. But if you get that 40,000 with United, and then you get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and they're offering I think 50,000 now, then you have a good start. I mean, 90,000 points. It'll cost you about 25,000 for each person, and I mean that's a good trip right there. And then you can continue to earn, and then you get the $300 travel credit as well. So with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So it's a good combo. Like right now, that's what I have. I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I just got the United Explorer card. I got the business version though, because the sign up bonus was higher. It was 75,000 sign up bonus. But you have to spend a little bit more. You had to spend 5,000 within 3 months. But yeah, great tandem, and you can always top your points off with the ultimate reward points. So that makes it really good. As far as, I think that's all you asked. I don't know if you asked for about hotels, but hotels with Chase, you're gonna have the hotel partners, which you don't have with Venture. Okay, so that's a big thing too. So let's say you want to stay at a hotel, and I always push the Hyatt hotels. The main reason for that, especially if it's domestic, you're gonna have Hyatt hotels probably in most major cities. I push them because you can stay at a Hyatt place. And some of the Hyatt places, their status is like Category 1. Category 1 hotels, 5,000 points for a free night. So that's really a good deal because you can transfer, what's the math there? 5. I just lost myself here. So 5 nights, 25,000 points, and you can stay 5 nights for free at Category 1. And understand, category, like when it comes to Hyatt, I'll speak for Hyatt only, but when it comes to Hyatt, when they say Category 1, that doesn't mean that the hotel is like cheap and run down and all that. Hyatt does a really good job on their hotels as far as the upkeep, and they're all modern. You're going to have a good experience at pretty much any Hyatt. I've never had a bad experience staying at a Hyatt property as far as that's concerned, like being old and outdated and nasty. And no, they're always clean, modern, and good, nice place to stay. And I like the Hyatt place. The main reason I like Hyatt place is because the setup is the same. So when you go in, you're going to have, usually you'll have a little fridge, and you'll have kind of like a little family room area. And then you'll have the bedroom is separate. There's a little half wall divider. But you have it separate from the rest of the room, and they're nice sized rooms. It's a nice sized room. Then you have your bathroom and all that, of course, but it's always pretty much the same layout. And then you get free breakfast. That's included, so that's good too. Now you're not going to get a full on breakfast, but you will have you'll have some warm warm items to select, and then you'll have like the cereal and all that stuff. So they do a really good job. And then over like in other countries, I've stayed at Hyatt in Thailand. I've stayed at Hyatt in Costa Rica, and they're pretty much the same as the ones in the States. I mean, they're good properties. So I'm a big fan of Hyatt Place. That's what keeps me with Hyatt. They have the other hotels. They have the Hyatt Regencies and the Park Hyatts, all the more expensive ones. But the Hyatt Place is a solid place to stay, especially if it's a family, because it's reasonable. You're going to get that free meal, that breakfast, and you have some space in that room, so you can get. They always have a couch, so you have that one little little living room area. They always have a couch there, so that couch pulls out to a bed. So you have, if you had a family of 5, you can easily accommodate them with 2 queen beds and then the pull-out bed. All right, and that's with Hyatt Place. Now, if you stay at a Hyatt Regency, those are all different. And I've stayed at some Hyatt Regencies that are really spacious. I've stayed at some that are very small, and it's not going to accommodate everyone. Plus, you don't get free breakfast automatically. You have to be the globalist status. You have to be the elite status. Okay. All right, so ImageWire, you put that up about the lounges. I wish I could pull that up. Let me see. I just can't click on it because I haven't completely figured out my whole OBS operating thing, the thing that I run the stream on. I've done it sometimes, and I click on the link, and it just takes me. It opens the link up in my chat, and I can't get rid of it. So then now my chat is no good. So let's see. I might be able to do it this way. Yeah, and I think this is about the Centurion Lounge being in LA at LAX. The full list. Let's see. And I'm waiting. Like, once they do come to LAX, I want to start looking into getting the Amex card, which I'm probably going to get anyway relatively soon. But I've been holding out. Let's see. Fort Worth, Denver, Miami, LaGuardia. LAX. Set to open. It just says set to open 2000. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. Set to open 2019. Hours to be determined. Yeah, it doesn't say anything as far as when exactly in 2019. And I heard that it's going to be 2000. Well, I heard it's going to be next year sometime, but hopefully it is this year. That'd be nice. What are they saying? So it will be in the international terminal. Really nice. If you guys go to LAX and you have a layover, or you live out here and you want to fly out, you're flying out of the country, that I like that Tom Bradley terminal. That's nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so they don't really say anything. It's going to be a spa, visual wall, installations, custom visual wall installations. All right. Here's the one at McCarran. I haven't been to that. Well, I haven't been to any of them, but yeah. So thanks for the link. Yeah, I'll keep this link. I'll save it to my favorites. That way I can check it periodically to see when they do launch, but or when they do open it. And my plan, just so you guys know, I'll just kind of tell you what my plan is. I'm probably going to get another airline card. I'm going to get the Chase Freedom card, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, the Chase Freedom card. I'm going to get that one because you get a sign-up bonus with that. I don't have that card yet. It goes well with the Chase cards that I have already, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And then I have the Chase Ink card, so I have a couple of those. So the plan is to get the Chase Freedom card, then one more airline card, either JetBlue or Alaska. It'll probably be JetBlue, And then from there, then that's when I can start looking at the Amex cards. Now I already have the cards. That's why most people tell you, you should start with getting the Chase cards because of that 524 rule. I already have the Chase cards that I need. There's not really anything else that I need as far as Chase goes. I did say the Chase Freedom card. I'm getting that card, and yeah, I mean, it's even if I don't get it, it's not a big deal if I don't get it. But it's a card that I want, and I have some space, so I'll go ahead and get that card. And then I'll downgrade. I still have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I've already paid for it for the year, so I'll be downgrading that card to probably the Chase Freedom or the Chase Freedom Unlimited maybe. I'll downgrade to that one, and then that's it. Like that's all I need with Chase. So at that point, now I can just move on and start getting different cards from other the American Express cards. I'm not gonna get any Citi cards, but American Express, and then look at some of the hotel branded cards or maybe airline branded cards, other airline branded cards. Okay. So him just asking about these cool tactical shirts. All right, so and I wanna tell you guys, I like wearing these shirts anyway. Just whatever. This is a 511 shirt. So if you go on 511, their website, they'll have them there. Black Hawk, I wear that shirt too, or wear those shirts too. I like wearing these shirts for travel. It's the perfect shirt, and the reason why is you have the pockets up top. On the Black Hawk ones that I have, it has a zipper, so it has a pocket right here. Like this one has a pocket too, so it has these little Velcro pockets. So I can put passports, I can put all my stuff up here. And so it's close to me, and people aren't going to be able to pickpocket you for the most part. With the Black Hawk one is even better because the Black Hawk has a zipper. So you zip it up and you can put your passport and all that stuff right here. They can't get it from the top. They have to get it from in through the zipper. And it's covert, it's hidden, so it's not like people will know it's there. You have to kind of know the shirt in order to know it's there. And the Black Hawk one also has at the very bottom here, so the part that goes into your, like if you have your shirt tucked in, it goes into your shirt. It has another zipper, and it has just enough space to put credit cards and stuff like that. So you can have credit cards underneath your like in your clothes, like underneath your belt. So they're just perfect shirts, and for flying it's perfect because everything's up here. So I don't have to have my wallet and stuff like that down in my pants. And I'm always afraid, like when I'm traveling and you get in the airplane, the seat, you're sitting there for hours and hours, right? And so I'm always conscious about like losing something. Like I'm always concerned, like I'm going to lose my wallet. It's going to slip out, right? Because you're moving around, you're falling asleep, you're waking up. And so I'm always thinking about that. So now I just have it all up here. So everything is up here and it's zipped in or Velcroed in, whatever. So I know, and I can always feel it's here. So when I get up, when I'm getting ready to leave, first thing I'm doing is I'm touching to see if I have all my stuff up there. And I carry money clip too. I never carry a wallet, so I have a money clip so I can feel if that's there. It just works better. But yeah, 511, go to their website. They have shirts there. And then also check on the Black Hawk. They have a website. And sometimes they'll do like deals where they're trying to get rid of shirts and stuff like that. Another thing too, these shirts last like forever. I mean, you can buy a shirt and 5-6 years down the road, the shirt's fine. It's not faded. They have like I don't know. They're just whatever. they're well made. Let's just put it that. They don't fade or anything like that. So anytime I'm traveling, well, you guys see I wear it all the time anyway. But if I'm traveling, I always have this shirt. Like I'm always consciously thinking, okay, this is my travel day. I need to have one of these shirts to wear because I want to have all this stuff up here. All right. Maybe they should give me some kind of sponsorship for me promoting them, because these tactical shirts are for like military and law enforcement. But the fact that they work so well for travel, I mean, they should give me some money for that. They should give me some shirts. That's all I want. I don't need money. Just throw a couple shirts my way, and I'll do some more. Because I did a video on the Blackhawk shirt that I had, just kind of showing you all the different zippers. So if you check out my channel, just go down. It was probably a little while ago that I did that video. Okay, has anyone used the Mirage Plus X app to gain more United miles? No, I have not. I have not used that. Mileage. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Mirage. This screen is a little far away. Either that or my eyes are getting bad. Has anyone used the Mileage Plus X app to gain United miles? I have not done that. I have not. No. I need to look into that though. What I did do though, and this was a targeted offer, so not everyone got it, but they just wanted to promote. Chase was promoting the Google Pay, and so I had the Chase Sapphire Reserve. They sent me a targeted offer, 2,500 points, but 2,500 points is 2,500 points, right? So all I needed to do is use it 3 times, use the Google Pay 3 times, and so I did, and I got the 2,500 points. So they'll do little things like that. They'll always throw those out there. One of the good things about Citi, when I had the Citi account, the Citi Premier card, one of the good things about that is I think it might have been Citi Premier and maybe the fact that I had the Advantage card, the Citi Advantage card. Every year, twice a year actually, they would send me these offers, and the offer basically was if you put money in the bank account. Like you open up a Citi checking account and do these little steps. So usually I'd have to put like $750 or $1,000 into this account. And then I had to do like bill pay twice. And then I had to do spend, regular spend or whatever. They give you a debit card and all that. So you do that and you have like 60 days to do it or 3 months to do it, depending on what the deal was. And then they would give you 50,000 points or 60,000 points in some case. And they would send it over to your Advantage account, or you could keep it as thank you points. So that was a good deal. I did that a couple of times when I had the cards, and that's a nice little hit. They're like 50,000 points or 60,000 points in your Advantage account. That's really good. Okay, so always be on the lookout for all these different little perks that are these little promos that they offer, and they will offer you promos to keep you interested and to try to get you more into their system. Basically, those accounts that you get, the checking accounts, usually you have to pay a fee like every month to have those accounts open. So in the first time I did it, they waived the fee for the first 2 months, and then after that, then they started giving you had to pay the fee. It's like $10 or $12 a month. So you are going to have to pay a little bit out of the pocket, maybe $30 at the most, but then you get the 60,000 points or the 50,000 points. So it's a good trade-off. Okay. Let's move on. Nika, what's going on? Let's see. Yes, they allow 2 personal, 2 business. I'm good. The Quicksilvers, no foreign fees, but now I added 2 NFCU cash reward Visa signature 1.5 Go rewards 3 times restaurants, 2 times gas. Amex Gold Delta. Okay. All right. So Anderson's got it all figured out. I have 69,410 Sky Miles going to Vegas for 17,000 miles in June. Cool. Okay, Nika says she has a link. We'll post it. Post the link. We'll go ahead and open it up for you. And I have to redo this video. I was so frustrated. And we talked last week, and I told you guys I'm booking my trip to Hawaii, and I'm going to show you guys all how I do it, and I'm going to do whatever. So I have 2 monitors, and I started using 2 monitors. I usually only use 2 monitors when I edit video, but I just started having just using 2 monitors anytime I'm using my computer. Well, what I didn't realize is when I have the 2 monitors going, although it's showing that when I open it up and I could do a screen capture, And that's what I was going to do screen capture and actually show you how I'm going through and picking my flights and all that good stuff. Well, for whatever reason, it didn't work. This is bottom line, it didn't work. So it was just showing me the same screen, but it froze the screen. So it wasn't showing me. I was talking, everything was coming through the audio, but the screen was just on that first screen that came up on United when I was booking all my stuff. So now I need to recreate it. So basically I'm just going to do it again, but I've already purchased, like I showed you the whole process from start to finish where I purchase and then you see the final cost and everything. Well, yeah, I won't be able to do that. So I am going to walk you guys through. And what I wanted to do is just kind of show you like, okay, you have points. You need to book a trip. This is how you do it. So what I'll do is I will show you the part. I can show you up until the point where I hit submit to purchase the ticket. But you'll at least get to see how much I pay or how much you would pay. And the important thing is the stopovers. Those are huge. So if you're flying United, those stopovers, those are a big deal. And what a stopover is basically, and I'll just go over what I booked. So I'm flying to Hawaii. I'm flying to Honolulu. And I'm staying in Honolulu for 2 days. Okay. And this is like a family trip. So my parents are going and my sisters and all that. So we're all going to Hawaii, and we do it every other year. So we stay in Kauai for 7 days because my parents have a timeshare there. So we'll do 7 days there, but we like to do another island for a couple of days. So that's what we're doing. So we're flying to Honolulu. We're going to stay in Honolulu 2 days, stay at a Hyatt place. And then we're going to go over from Honolulu to Kauai. Okay, and then from Kauai, then we're coming back home. So my parents booked their stuff separate. They don't like doing points. They don't like doing any of that stuff. They want to do the go. I think they did the Costco one where you just Costco travel agent and have them book everything. So that's what they did. So I'm booking my flight separate. So anyway, I'm staying in Honolulu for 2 nights, and then from there, it's gonna cost. What was it? 22,500 points to fly to Honolulu from Los Angeles. And then it will cost me 0 points. So I have a stopover. So I'm going to Honolulu for 2 days, and then I'm going over to Kauai for 7 days. That is a stopover period. So I don't have to pay any points to do that. I just need to pay the taxes and fees. Actually, I don't even pay the taxes and fees. It's a free flight. No cost. And then when I'm coming back, I'm going to come back from Kauai to Los Angeles. Then I pay another 22,500 points. And then that will get me back. So in total, 45,000 points and $11.20, I think it is. And so that's the flight. So that's that stopover. Whereas a normal flight would just be a round trip, right? Where you just fly out to Honolulu, you stay there for 9 days, and then you fly back. That round trip ticket is the same, 45,000 points. But I get an additional flight in there that I can put in there, and I don't have to pay anything else for that. That's a stopover. So that's how those work. That's a way to go with United. That's a huge benefit there. All right. If you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button so we can get more people in. And Nika, go ahead and post that. I don't know if I'm getting lag here or what, but go ahead and post that link, and I will open it up so everyone can see it. But yeah, please hit the like button. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. Please do subscribe. This is a great channel. We do a lot of good stuff. We talk a lot about travel, so if you guys are interested in traveling on affordable travel, that's the main thing we want to talk about here, is how you can do it affordably, how you can do it on a budget, because travel can get very expensive. And I know you guys probably already know that. And I found out the hard way when I said, hey, you know what? I want to travel. I want to be a travel photographer. And I got out there and I realized, wow, I can do the photography part, but the travel, that's expensive. And then I figured out, or I discovered points, and it changed the way I do things. Okay. So anything else? Any other questions, guys? Any other questions, please let me know. Just put in the chat there. And let's move down here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. It's not opening up anything for me here. I think there's some lag. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so Image is saying the chat is stuck. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know there's something weird going on. I could see, but I can't really. I don't know why it's stuck or what's going on with it. I can see there's something weird about it. Doesn't look normal. Plus, I'm dropping people like crazy. So let me do one thing. I can refresh this and see if maybe it'll help. So we'll try to do that. But thanks, Image, for letting me know that. We'll try to refresh it and see if it helps it out a little bit. Yeah. There's always little glitches with this stuff. You just kind of have to roll with it. All right. Taking an awful long time to refresh here. Stefan, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Okay, we're getting some more stuff here now. Looks good. Nate and Jesse, Epic Travels, Frugal Living. How nice are you? Wait. How nice are the Sapphire Reserve lounges? Well, they don't have Sapphire Reserve lounges. Are there some restaurants that get $20 a person? Yeah, so so Sapphire Reserve, they work with Priority Pass, so you get that Priority Pass lounge access. So they don't have. I wish they would realize that not the importance, but how they could really make their system better by having some type of lounges like the Centurion Lounge within that Chase ecosystem. But they use Priority Pass lounges, so you're going to get whatever Priority Pass lounge is available at the airport that you're in. There are no guarantees, so you might stay at an airport and they don't have any lounges at all, any Priority Pass lounges. So they're okay though. I mean, they'll get the job done if you just want to get in there, get refreshments and maybe a few snacks. That works. But what they do is what they do is they have that credit though. And you mentioned the $28 per person per meal credit. So they will offer you that. Okay. And they have to have restaurants that are participating with that. So some of the larger airports, they will have, like in Los Angeles, they have P.F. Chang's. They're part of it. So I can get $30 of food for free at P.F. Chang's, which is a real good deal. That's what I think is keeping Priority Pass afloat, I guess you could say, or keeping them relevant, because that and the fact that there are lounges pretty much everywhere. Like most airports they're going to have at least one Priority Pass lounge. So you do have access, whereas like a Centurion, it's not going to be everywhere. Let's see. So I hope that answers your question. But the lounges they're average. I mean, you'll see a big difference when you stay at like a first class or business class lounge. You're going to see a big difference. In some places, I should say, because some lounges are they're business class lounges and they're not very good. Like when I went to Colombia, but I had a layover in Panama. It's the business class lounge, but guess what? The business class lounge is the Priority Pass lounge. They're the same, and it's the worst lounge. Oh man, it's the Copa Airlines lounge, and they could do so much with this lounge. It's a huge space. They have a large space, but they don't have any like real food. Everything is like pastries, and they have some drink like water. They do have a bar, so you can get alcohol if you want that. But then they have like the refreshments and water and all that good stuff. But it's always crowded. everyone is in that lounge. Every time I go in, the only reason that I go in there and I stay in there, even if I'm standing around, is because they because they have AC in there, and they don't have AC throughout the airport. So you can be in the airport and it gets it. Well, I shouldn't say they don't have AC. It's very hard to tell if the AC is on because it's very hot in the airport. That's just my experience in the airport in Panama. And I've been there several times. Anytime I go to Colombia, if I'm flying on Copa, and I've flown on Copa several times, that's the stop. So you stop in Panama and then you go. So, yeah, my experience, the Priority Pass lounges, they're just okay. Okay. What cards have you been discussed this evening thus far? So, Stefan, we talked about what was that card? The Altitude card, the U.S. Bank Altitude card. That's the only real one we talked about. I also talked about this payboo card, which is it's a store-branded card, the B&H photo card. And they're just it's not a travel card, but I just wanted to bring it up just because if you guys are interested, like if you do buy products from B&H Photo, like photo, audio, video equipment, you can do it. You can get that card. You don't have to pay any taxes on what you purchase. So it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, we talked about the Altitude card. That was the main one we talked about. And then we just went to question and answers, and people have had a few different questions about things. So we've been answering those. What cards? Nice. Oh, okay. Do you guys have a channel, right? I think I've been to your channel before. Nate and Jess. Almost positive I've been there before. Where are you guys traveling to? Or do you guys travel a lot? Let me know what's going on with your channel. Give you guys a plug. I'm gonna pull up some info right now. So bear with me real quick. And if you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button so we can bring more people into the discussion. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't think I've been on your channel before. No, I haven't. So are you guys getting serious with your channel? I'm going to give you guys a link here. This is Nate and Jess's channel. Anytime you guys have channels, just let me know because I will promote them for you guys or help you guys out or whatever you want to say. At least put it in there. So check out their channel, travel related. That's what I'm mainly focused on. So if you guys have a travel channel, then let us know about it so we can share our experiences. Okay, so there's their link there. You can go to their channel and check it out and subscribe. Let's see. Which airline companion pass would you pick and why? Stefan, so I don't have Southwest card. I don't have Alaska card. I like Alaska Airlines. They do have that companion pass. I think you can only do it once per year or something like that. I'm not for sure when it comes to that. I don't like Southwest, so and I shouldn't say I don't like them. I don't fly on Southwest just because I want to be able to pick my seat. That's the main thing. I don't want to get to the plane late and then not be able to sit where I want to sit. So I like to be able to choose my seat. So that's the reason I don't fly on Southwest. Now, Alaska Airlines, they do have that companion fare, and that's attractive to me. And one of the things I really like about Alaska is those points. I mean, they have different partners. So you have different airline partners that you can use. And I've told this story a few times already, but I'll tell it again. When I was coming back from Thailand, I booked my flight back with Alaska Airline points. And I don't have a card. I don't have the card, but I had the old Citi Thank You Premier card. I transfer those. This is kind of a way around it, but I had the Citi Premier card. I had 50,000 points. I transferred those points over to Virgin America before Virgin America got bought by Alaska. Okay, so once they got bought by Alaska, then Alaska was doing a promotion where they wanted you to transfer your points from Virgin America over to Alaska, so that's what I did. So then I had the points all in Alaska, and then I used that for a flight back from Thailand, business flight, or I should say business class flight on Hainan Air. Hainan Air is partner with Alaska. So I do like that, where I can book using Alaska points on foreign airline carriers, whereas you can't do that with Southwest, and you can't do that with like JetBlue. So, okay, what else? And Nikki, you said you had a link, so send me that link if you can. Let's see, which airline? Oh, look at that. I'm done with Amex, and if I wasn't past 524, I would IHG. What card should I get? So let's see. You're done with Amex, so you're not getting any more of those cards. Wasn't past 524. So are you asking if you should get IHG, or you already have IHG card? I really don't like the IHG card, to be honest with you. And if I were to get another card, it depends. Like, do you want a Chase card? I think you already have the Hyatt card. Yeah. Maybe one of the Chase Freedom cards. If you don't have one of those, I would look at getting one of those. Or if you're still considering getting Chase cards, I guess. Yeah, I would probably get one of the Chase Freedom cards. Or if you have a business, you have a YouTube channel, so maybe that could be considered your business, then maybe look at, and I know you like doing the hotel stuff, so, and I would even look at that Aspire card, that $450 annual fee one, the Amex card. That's a good card. I would look at that over IHG if you don't have the IHG. I think you already have IHG though. I kind of know all the cards you have already. Yeah, I would look at that Amex card. That Aspire card is a good one. Okay. So Nathan just says we're on break right now. Just had a baby. Oh, congratulations. And happy Mother's Day. Let's see. Okay. Is there a good rewards card that works with JetBlue? I love flying on JetBlue. Probably my favorite airline. Yeah, I would agree with you. JetBlue is one of my favorites as well. If you have the Chase card now, they're partners with JetBlue. JetBlue is actually, they're partnering up with a lot of different credit cards. But the JetBlue Chase partnership, it's 1-to-1. So if I have 1,000 points on my Chase Sapphire Preferred or Chase Sapphire Reserve, I can transfer them over to JetBlue, and it's 1-to-1, so I'll get the same value. You don't always get that. The Venture card doesn't give you that. They're doing a bonus right now, which is you transfer 2 points from Venture, you get 1.5 points on JetBlue, so you don't get that full value. And then I think they're going to drop it even lower than that after this little promo goes away. So I would think if you do like JetBlue, Chase is probably your best bet at this point. The Ultimate Reward Program is probably your best bet. Okay. Stefan, thoughts on the AAdvantage Executive Elite card? You know what's funny? I don't even look at that card. Yeah, that's a $450 annual fee card. I don't. My buddy got that card, and he flies on American Airlines. But I don't. Yeah, I don't even look at that card. Let me open it up real quick. I told him before he got that card, I'm like, yeah, you know what? You should probably get another card, because this is like a top tier card, but you'd be better off getting a different card. Let's see. We're gonna pull this up. Yeah, we're gonna pull this card up. We'll take a look at this one real quick. Let's show you this. Taking forever to load. Okay, so as soon as this loads up, then we'll go ahead and get started. But let me look and see what else is in the chat here. Oh, okay. All right, I got you, Nika. And Nika, I apologize. I totally forgot about sending you that picture back. I will send it tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're probably like, what is wrong with this dude? Yeah. Let's see. I want the IHG, but I'm past 524, so no more chase. Okay, yeah, I would. And you're not interested in that Amex card, huh? The Aspire, because that's the one that I would get. But I guess, yeah, it's a little. That $450 annual fee is a little more than the IHG one. Yeah. Okay. Nika's saying I have the Amex Platinum, Gold, Everyday Preferred, SPG, Hilton, Chase, Sapphire Preferred, Freedom Unlimited, Hyatt. Where do I go from here? How many points do you have? Do you need a card right now? Because you can wait if you still have points. The way I work, I only get points when I know, okay, I'm going to need points 6 months down the road, and then I'll get a card. But if I don't need points, I kind of just hold off a little bit, and I just don't get cards. Let's see. Stefan, JetBlue has a co-branded Barclays card, Nate. I haven't looked into that yet. Yeah, and that's true too. I forgot to say that, Stefan. Thanks for putting that there. So yeah, you can also, like, if you like flying JetBlue, get the JetBlue card, but get the JetBlue card and then have a Chase ecosystem if you want to go that route, and then you still have points and ultimate rewards that you can transfer over. So that's another option. Thirsty Lion, what's going on? This is the only card that allows Admirals Club access. Okay. All right, so we're looking at the card now. We'll go ahead and go through it. And first thing I always look at is the annual fee. So we have $450 annual fee on this card. So this is a top tier card, right? This is a card that you would you need to jump in there. $450 annual fee, right? Now you're going to get 50,000 bonus points. That's after spending $5,000 in purchases within the first 3 months. And let's see, 3 months of account opening plus Admirals Club membership. Okay, so you get the Admirals Club Lounge, so you get that. So that's nice. Now, $5,000, that's top tier. Like, that's most cards are not going to be $5,000 for a minimum spend. So you want to make sure you can hit that $5,000. So you it depends on how much money you spend every month. You might want to wait and just kind of see, hey, gauge it, see how much money you spend, or wait until you have a big purchase and you have the cash in your bank account, so you can pay it off right away. But wait for something like that, or help out a family member, help out a friend it's got to be a real close friend, but by using your credit card to purchase something for them and then having them give you cash and then paying it off. You can also do that. But 50,000 bonus points, that's not bad. All right, let's see what some of the other benefits are. So that Admirals Club, 50 lounge locations worldwide. I have never been in a lounge, Admirals Club lounge, so I can't really speak on how nice they are. Let's see, add up to 10 authorized users, so you can add people there at no cost. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. Global entry TSA pre-check, that's good. Advanced airport experience, priority check-in, priority airport screening. Okay, so you get all this priority stuff, which is good. And that's one of the things that I like about flying business class or first class, is that you get that priority boarding, you get the priority check-in. So you get all that stuff. That's nice. That in itself is a benefit. Now, is it worth $450? You better have some travel credits in it or something, because for right now I'm looking at $100 global entry. So that means, what is that? $20 $20 value every year if you want to kind of look at it that way. And the Admirals Club membership, I don't know how much you could really value that at, but I mean it's lounge access, so you can get stuff there. So let's move on down and see if we can get some more value out of this, because if not, it's not worth it to me. Earn 2 points, 2 AAdvantage points, miles, 2 points for every dollar spent if you're purchasing on American Airlines. That's not doing it for me. That's horrible, right? 2 points for every dollar, like, yeah. And it's just like the AAdvantage, the Premier, Prestige, or whatever that card is, the one that's below this, a $95 annual fee. It's the same thing. That one gets you actually gas. It doesn't say anything about gas on here, right? Did I miss that? Yeah, it's just that 25% savings for in-flight food and beverages. 25%. That's nothing. The JetBlue card, you get 50% for that. Wow. Let's see. You will earn 10,000 AAdvantage Elite qualifying miles. Okay, so that's good. You get the Elite qualifying miles. So if you are, and then after you spend 40,000 in purchases within a year, so you have a little bit of a bump there for hitting Elite status with American Airlines. So that's good. Chip protection. I don't know why they put this stuff in here. Like, this should not take up a space. This should be in the fine print. Purchase protection. This is good. You always want to get a card that gives you some type of purchase protection. So if you do purchase things, you get an additional amount of days, and you can return items. Not return items. You can get items fixed and stuff like that if they get damaged or stolen. Okay, Citi cards, convenience, Apple Pay. Let's see, easy payment, simply touch to pay app. Okay, all right. So we got the tap to pay thing. That's good. Dedicated concierge. All right, I'm looking for more. What is? Yeah, I would personally not get this card. It doesn't give me, and like I said, I didn't look at this card back in the day. I never was really interested in looking at this card. But the thing is, you're paying $450. You're paying premium annual fee for this card, and there's some other cards that you can pay that $450, and you can easily look at it and say, okay, well, I get a credit for this, I get a credit for that, I get a credit for this. Okay, it makes sense. I'm at least close to $450 with this card. I mean, tell me if I'm missing something, but you're really not getting. You get the Admirals Club, yes, that's nice. You get the global entry, that's good. Your earn possibility with this card is not worth keeping. Like, I can't see once you hit that sign up bonus and you have the card a couple of years, you're not going to be earning at that same. I mean, you have to spend a lot of money in order to really maximize, because it's 2 points for every dollar spent. And then even on in-flight stuff, you're not going to benefit. So the biggest perks here is the 10,000 AAdvantage Elite points that you'll get there. And then the fact that you get priority check-in, priority boarding, those are benefits there, but nowhere near $450. And if I'm missing something, you guys let me know in the chat. If you have this card and you use it and it works for you, and let me know how it's working, or how it works for you, because I'm not seeing it. And like I told you, my buddy has it, and when he got it, I'm like, what are you getting that card for? You could have got the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Amex Platinum. Yeah, he wanted that card. And understand, Admirals Club, that's great. Did I see Priority Pass? I didn't see Priority Pass on here. So if you're at an airport that doesn't have an Admirals Club, there's 50 worldwide, you're not going to have any lounge access. Yeah. I'm not a fan. Sorry. All right, let's look here. And Stefan's asking, have you been to an Admirals Club before? If so, what was it like? Comparable to the Delta Sky Club. Okay, so that's a Thirsty Lion saying that. What is Admirals Club? American Airlines Lounge. Okay, so we're answering each other's questions there. Okay. I haven't flown AA in a very long time. Yeah, me neither. Stefan saying, I'm cracking up at this review. Yeah, you cracking up because I'm doing it, or you cracking up because I'm not liking it? Yeah, I just don't. I don't see real value in it. And like I said, let me know if you guys see something that I'm missing, or especially if you have the card. If you have the card and you're using it, don't be embarrassed to just say, "Hey, no, you're wrong," because you can do this, you can do that. Yeah, but I don't see it. And my buddy he did buy it. My buddy got the card 2 years ago. I haven't hit him up since, so I don't know. I don't know what his experience is now. Like if he still has the card. He's not one of these people that he got the card because he was flying on American Airlines. Basically, he was on a flight, and you know how they push those cards that when you're on the plane, they advertise those cards, and he used to fly. He used to fly Spirit Airlines. Oh man, he used to fly Spirit, and then he got the Spirit card. And I told him, What are you thinking?" And he flew Spirit a couple of times, and then realized that it was just he didn't want to fly Spirit anymore, basically, because they nickel and dime you there. I mean, yeah, your flight when you purchase it online is cheaper, and then when you get to the airport, then you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that. And so he didn't like that. So he had already gotten the card the first time he flew out. He flew out to Colombia. And then after that, he flew a couple more times, and he was just done. He had a couple of flights where or at least one flight where they canceled it, and it was late in the night, and they canceled the flight, so he had to stay overnight an extra day, and he was so he was done with it. But anyway, so then from there, then he went into American Airlines. He started flying with them, and he was actually paying for first class seats, and then he just got that Admiral's card. But he didn't get it because he really wanted the points. He just got it just because they were advertising it. So, yeah. It's just weird. Which airline do you find yourself flying with internationally the most? So Stefan's asking that. I would say the Star Alliance partners, so United and their Star Alliance. Those are the ones I fly with United the most, but I'm flying on the different air carriers that are aligned with them. And my favorite airline is JetBlue. I like flying on JetBlue. However, I just kind of thinking ahead because I will be getting one of those cards, either JetBlue or Alaska Airlines. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll get the JetBlue card and I'll be flying to Colombia in August. So I'll use those points to fly to Colombia. Well, one, they only fly to certain areas in Colombia. They don't fly like all over. So they fly to Bogota. So I'm not going to Bogota. I don't want to go to Bogota. So that's probably, there's no urgency right now to get that card because of that, because I was going to get it for that trip. And then looking at the points that I need to fly to Colombia, for whatever reason, it's more points than I would need to fly on United. So just an example, flying United, and it won't be on United, it'll be either on Avianca or Copa Air. I need 40,000 points to fly economy and 70,000 points to fly business class. Well, JetBlue, they have the Mint class, but you don't qualify for that with points, or you can, but I don't even know if you qualify with JetBlue, if you can use JetBlue points to fly on the Mint. But flying economy is 60,000 points. And I was like, that's ridiculous. 60,000 points. It doesn't make any sense. But sure enough, yeah, 60,000 points to fly to Colombia. So I probably won't be getting that card anytime soon. I still like it for other flights, but for that Colombia flight, it's just not going to work for me with the point setup. What I do like about JetBlue is the fact that you can fly, and what I can do actually, this is what I've done before too, is let's say with American, this is a good example. I have American Airlines, or with American Airlines, I have like 18,000 points in that account, and I still need to get rid of them. So what I'll probably do is either use that card a little bit more within the next few months and earn some points that way, which you're not going to earn much because, their whole – actually, yeah, I'm not going to even do that because I'm not going to earn points with that. Just buy it. It's like 160 bucks, 170 bucks. Get like 5,000 points or 4,000 points. Add that to the points that I already have, and now I have. I'll have to look, but I think it's only no. It might be, yeah, a round trip. I can do a round trip from Los Angeles to Florida, and then when I get to Florida, then I book a flight on JetBlue from Florida to, and I think if I'm coming from Florida, I can fly to a few different destinations in Colombia. Just Los Angeles, they're kind of strict where you can only fly to Bogota and I think maybe Cartagena or something. So I might do that. And that the points from Florida to Colombia, you don't have to use that many points. And then I can get rid of these American Airlines points and just be done with them, not have to worry about it because they're still sitting there and they've been sitting there for a couple of years. So it's good for me to go ahead and get rid of them. Okay. But definitely JetBlue. And the reason I didn't even get into this, but the reason I like JetBlue so much is they have, and some of the other airlines are doing, like United has the, what do they call that? And I actually I paid for those for this flight, the Economy Plus. So I got the Economy Plus this time. So I'll see how that Economy Plus is. But I like JetBlue's even more seats. I just like having that more leg room. I mean, you can stretch out. It's not quite business class, but it gives you a little bit more space, and it's just a more comfortable flight. So, yeah, we'll see how the Economy Plus works with United. I don't even know if it's. I guess it's. I have to look at my flight. I don't know if it's United or I think I'm flying on Hawaiian Airlines. I'll have to see. I'm flying on United or using United points, but it's a partner, so we'll have to see how those seats are. I'll give you a full review in a month. Let's move on. Okay, so Image is saying I only flew on Spirit once. My carry-on bag my carry-on bag wouldn't fit in the hat rack. Had to pay an extra to check. Yeah, had to pay extra to check it. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not. I've never flown on Spirit and have no desire to. After hearing some of the horror stories, and I would just rather pay it all up front and know that I get I could at least bring a carry-on and a personal item, and I know it's going to be a regular bin. And I usually carry like an international carry-on, and that's how I travel. Most of my travel, even if I'm going to other countries, I just have a carry-on. Carry-on and a camera bag. That's my camera bag's my personal item, and I make it work. As far as clothes, I wash my clothes halfway through my trip. I'll go to I'll usually stay at an Airbnb if I'm gonna do like 10 days, 12 days. I'll try to stay at an Airbnb. It's just cheaper and it's usually a better setup. But if I have to stay in a hotel, even if I'm staying in a hotel, I can always go to a laundry service. Bring a bag. I always bring a laundry bag in with my clothes anyway because I like to put my clothes in a laundry bag when they're dirty. And then I can just have that laundry bag. I can go to a local place. When I was in Thailand, we stayed at the Hyatt place. We just walked down to the laundry service they had down there right across the street. It costs like $10. Washed all my clothes, or they washed all my clothes for me. And they hung them up. They hung them up right there. It's funny because, in Thailand they do things a little different. They don't have like washer dryer, or they probably have washer dryers, but in this case they don't use washer dryers. They were probably washing them by hand as well. But they just hang your clothes out back, and so we took our clothes in there. They weigh your clothes, and that's how they know how much to charge you. So then they charged us. And then we went back upstairs and got dressed and all that stuff, and then went out for the day. We're walking down, and we had to pass this place to walk down this is like a little hill where we were staying up on a little hill. And so we walked down the hill. We were going out to the beach, and we're walking by and look over, all my clothes just hanging on the clothesline. I'm like, oh, okay, those are my clothes right there. So it's pretty funny. And we walked over there. I got some video of it. So I walked over there and I was shooting video and one of the ladies that worked in there came out and she was all smiling from ear to ear, like she's like, they know they got us, or not really they got us, but they they know how we dry the clothes. Basically, she gave me that look. Okay, my favorite international airline is Emirates. Yeah, Image, I would agree with you. Emirates is good. I have not flown on Emirates, so I can't even say that they're good, but I've heard good things about them. And yeah, maybe one day if I'm flying out to Dubai or something like that, I'll be able to get on an Emirates flight. Hypothetical for you: if you were close to getting a status with an airline and you have a trip coming up, would you pay extra for a flight airline to reach a status? Yes, I would. So Stefan's asking, like, if you're close to like hitting an elite status and you need to pay more. I guess I'd have to know how much more I'm paying, but if you had to pay more to fly, would you do that to hit that status? I would do it as long as I'm committed with that airline. Like if it's an airline that I'm going to fly on, I know I'm going to fly on all of next year or all of the following year, then I would do it, hit that status. It's good to have status on the airlines because you can get bumped up to business class or first class. So that's nice. But I'd have to be close. And I made the mistake, like even with hotels, like you think, oh, they're going to give you the world when you're elite status. I did not have that. I have not had that experience yet, being an elite status where they just give you the world. They'll give you little things here and there, but I know, like for Hyatt, if you're a globalist, which is the highest status, if you're an explorist, which is it's right below, you get pretty much the same treatment. Like that's the way I felt about it. And I don't know. I've never been a discoverist, and that's the level below that. Actually, I think I'm a discoverist now because I haven't stayed at Hyatt all year, and yeah, I don't think I hit the Explorer status this year. I'll have to double check. I don't really watch it that much anymore because before it was really a big thing. I wanted to be like the elite status, but once I saw that I wasn't really getting that much when it comes to benefits, and then I started staying at more Airbnbs, and now like I'm almost exclusively staying at Airbnbs when I travel outside of the country. So now it's like it's not a big deal if I'm not at elite status. And when I stay, like when I go to Hawaii, for 2 days, we're gonna stay at the Hyatt place. It's not, if I'm staying at a Hyatt place, I get free breakfast. That's the main thing that I care about. Hyatt place doesn't have any. They don't have like these elaborate suites or anything like that. So there's nothing to upgrade to. So it's just a place to get some sleep and get breakfast and move on. So it's not a big deal for me. Okay, ImageWire saying he wants to try Singapore Air next. Yeah, Singapore has some really good deals when it comes to transferring your points over there. And I didn't look at. I should have done a little bit more research because I could have used Singapore Air to book my Hawaii trip, and I was looking on Award Hacker and it was giving me that information, but I didn't. I didn't look at it. One of the things I was thinking, because I could have spent like 25,000 points, I ended up spending 45,000 points. I spent 20 more thousand. But the thing is, I wanted to get that stopover in between. I don't know if Singapore would allow me to do that, because if I didn't do the stopover, then I have to pay for that flight, which is not going to be that expensive, but it's just a little more convenient when I can book it that way, where I do the stopover, and then from Kauai, I'm flying back to Los Angeles. Well, actually not. I'm flying from Kauai to Kona and do a layover in Kona and then fly back. So yeah, it just worked out for me. 45,000 points. I was like, you know what? I don't want to have a headache trying to deal with this. So I didn't, but I could have done the Singapore Air thing. Okay, Stefan, if so, how much extra would you pay? Yeah, so Stefan's asking how much extra. I don't even know. Maybe 1,000 if it was really worth it and I knew I was going to do it for the next year. And if it was 1,000 more, I'd go with that. I wouldn't go too much. I mean, I wouldn't pay that much because you really have to like see how much you're going to get out of it. And it depends on what airline too. Like there's certain airlines I'm not paying for status. Like JetBlue, I love JetBlue, but paying for status at JetBlue to get to their Mosaic, which they only have one status, Mosaic, not really worth it. Mosaic, I had Mosaic for a year. Yeah, I mean the biggest perk that they have, because they don't upgrade you, like they won't upgrade you to Mint class, so you won't get a business class seat. So the only real perk that they had is the even more seats. I could use points to book an even more seat, and I could use like 900 points, which is $9 value, and I can book an even more seat anywhere. Like it didn't matter how far, like the distance. So I really like that. Then you get on the plane first, and you get free alcohol. But yeah, and I don't even know. Like JetBlue, you get free alcohol anyway. It seems like if you're an even more seat, they don't even charge you for alcohol. I don't know. But so it would depend on the airline. You have an airline that one of the legacy carriers where they have the partners and all that good stuff, then it does make sense. Okay, Nate and Jess, I heard you could use plastic to pay large bills that normally don't take credit cards. You can. They do charge you a fee to do that. I've never done it before. Let's see, the benefits using the card would outweigh the fee plastic charges. See, this is what a lot of people will, or what some people will do that think like this when they want to use a plastic. They're like doing the churning, so they're getting a few cards at one time, and then they need to hit those minimum spends, and so they're using plastic in order to pay their mortgage or pay what have you. And they'll do the fees, and then they'll get the sign-up bonus. And it does make sense. I mean, you can do that, but that's just not my strategy when it comes to travel credit cards. My strategy is to get one card, hit that sign-up bonus, get a card that I know I'm going to keep for years down the road. Don't just get a card to hit that sign-up bonus. And that's just the way that's my strategy. Some people, their strategies, it's different. They want to just rack up as many points as they can and then use those points for travel. You do have to be careful now, and that's why they have these rules, these 524 and Ventures line. You get 2 cards, 2 personal, 2 business. American Express has their limits to cards. So they all come up with these different things in order to keep people from trying to do this whole churning thing, because the credit card companies lose money, they lose money, or at least they're saying they're losing money, and it hurts them because you get a card and you never use it. You get the sign up bonus and you don't use the card, and then you move on to the next card. You get the sign up bonus, you don't use the card, you just keep moving on. So yeah. All right, you guys have any other questions? Please put them in the chat now. And we'll go a few more minutes to see if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about. So we talked about 2 cards today. The AAdvantage card, which I don't really like. That Admiral's, what is this card called? The Elite card, the Executive Elite card, or whatever they call it here. Yeah, don't really see too much of a reason to get that card. But yeah, if you fly on American, maybe you can consider. But there are a lot of other cards that are better than this card. And then we also talked about the Altitude card, the U.S. Bank Altitude card, which is an okay card. If you have a bank account if you're banking with U.S. Bank already, this might be a card that you might want to consider. They don't have any transfer partners, so you're going to struggle with that. But they have some benefits. I mean, you get the global entry, which a lot of cards get. Actually, the best setup for global entry right now, and I'm going to do a video about this, the Venture card. The Venture card, 0 annual fee for the first year, $95 after that. They give you you can get global entry TSA pre-check. That card makes sense. Like for beginners or for people who don't have global entry or just starting out, it makes sense because you get that card, you keep it for a year, you don't have to worry about paying an annual fee, right? And then you get that global entry. So now right off the bat, you can get that global entry, get that credit. So you get global entry, and then if you don't want to keep the card after a year, you can downgrade it, cancel it, whatever you want to do, and you'll get that global entry. You'll have that global entry for 5 years. So yeah, that's a good way to get global entry for free for 5 years. That's just because some of the other cards, yes, you can get global entry. They'll give you the $100 credit, but then you still you have to you have to pay the annual fee. So this card, you don't have to pay an annual fee and you can get global entry. So I think that's a real good setup. There's another one too that I think the Navy Credit Union. I think that card also gives you TSA PreCheck global entry. They give you that credit, and I don't know if there's an annual fee on that card or not, and I don't know if it's waived. But yeah, that venture card is good to consider because of that. Okay. Frank Maldonado, what's going on? Just completed my trifecta. Congratulations. Good for you. What cards did you get? So I know this is a ridiculous question, but do you earn points when redeeming points? I think some, like if you redeem, they give you like 10% back or 20%, 25% back. They have setups that are like that. Or if you're redeeming, you can earn, or not really earn, but save points, I guess you can call it. So I have seen that before, Image. Let's see. I think Chase is done with me. Okay. I have 4 Chase cards, and they told me that I am at my limit with them. Okay. Freedom Unlimited, and Sapphire Reserve. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, you have a good lineup there. So it doesn't look like you need to get any. Well, there are other Chase cards out there, obviously, the branded cards. Hotel branded card, the United Explorer card. But, yeah, you have a good lineup. You definitely do. Okay. All right, Stefan. Have a good night, buddy. All right, and I am going to take off. I appreciate you guys all stopping by and participating. Please hit the like button on your way out, and we will be back on Monday. Tomorrow I'll be enjoying Mother's Day with my mom, and we'll be back on Monday, and we'll be talking about affordable travel. So we're going to look at some different destinations. I might go back to Colombia, talk about one of those destinations. I like talking about Colombia, so just I'm forewarning you guys, if you're new to my channel, Colombia is a really special place for me, or to me, or whatever you want to say. There's a lot of good things going on in Colombia, and it's very affordable. So the Monday live streams, we're just talking about affordable travel. So places that you can go that don't cost a lot of money to, well, I won't say don't cost a lot of money to get there, because some of the places are like Thailand. It costs some money to get to Thailand. But once you're there, hotels are relatively inexpensive. Food is relatively inexpensive. Nightlife, all that is really a bargain. And those are the spots that I like to look for and to travel to, because you go there and for me, like I go there, I feel like a king. Like I take my American dollars over there and I'm living like a king. I'm going to clubs and getting bottle service where I would never do that in the U.S. because it was way too expensive. So, all right. And one more question here, Nate and Jess. Let's see. Things I think building up slowly over time is a good way. Leaning towards the Sapphire Preferred and Reserve. It's nice to partner with JetBlue. Yeah, and I agree, Nate and Jess. The way to go about, well, this is just my way of going about it. It's that slow. Don't do the churning. Like, just get the cards and keep them for long term. I think you'll be happier that way, and it's less stressful because you don't have all these cards, just tons of cards and too many cards to use. So you just have a bunch of cards sitting around. So. All right, guys, we will take off, and you guys have a good night, and happy Mother's Day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.